I'm Sean Connery, and this is a public service announcement. Please remember to vote yes in the same-sex plebiscite. Fuck that up.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Bearded Geeks, the weekly grab bag of topics covering movies, comics, video games and TV. My name's Jags, Master of the Beard. With me today my co-host Bobby Baxter, Patrick Brown. Boys, hey. How you going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, good.
That's good.
That's as political as we're ever going to get.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Equal rights for everyone.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm on board for that.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I voted yes.
Yeah.
But I didn't post it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Bloody Paddy didn't even know there was a vote on. I thought... Jesus Christ. Pull your head out of your comic book.
I don't get out much.
I don't get out to the mailbox much. Yeah. Boys, I don't know if you know, but we've got a guest beard in the Beard Cave today.
Oh shit, we do too.
It's everyone. It's the guy. It's the one. It's the only. It's the meme lord of Launceston. It's Russell Redmond.
Hey, how you doing, boys?
You know, you're the meme lord of Launceston, but you're actually from Forth. So how does that count?
Fucking
Fourth?
controversial.
Yeah, from Forth. No, I'm from Longford, but...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Damn it. I got that wrong. We're going to have to start over now.
Yeah, you tonight did that shit, didn't you?
Oh, wait. Is there something on my Facebook that says Forth or something?
No, I just got it wrong.
Longford, Forth. They got an F in there somewhere.
Best part about this being your podcast, mate, you look like the smart one. At all times.
I can say whatever I want, and I'm never wrong. So, Russell, you have a Facebook page.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
are the meme lord of Launceston. How does someone become a meme lord? Russell has a meme page. I don't know if locally you guys may have a page, wherever you live.
Every town's got a page, I
Yeah,
think.
every town's got a page, a meme page
Every
about
big
their
town.
town.
Yeah.
We've got one. We're from the city of Launceston, and we've got one, and Russell runs it, and it's fucking hilarious. Every day there's something epic. Russell, you're a married man, you've got a kid, you work a job. How do you have time to fit in so many bloody memes?
Well, my kid sleeps for 12 hours a night. That helps. My wife's incredibly low maintenance. That's even better. And I've got a job that requires no mental acuity whatsoever. So I've just spent the whole time coming up with memes, really. It's fantastic.
The seagull one the other day, that video, the seagull.
Oh, yeah. Where she's like, get on down to the sports arena, Jason, shiploads of open 7 days of free parking. What would you rather, have her narrate your life, or like the lady from Fitzy's City Caf? Like her, remember her?
Yeah. What's she going to do now?
Oh, mate, she's got to get into freestyle rapping, doesn't she? Like, she's already got the mic technique down.
She's down at the mall on a soapbox opposite the religious dude who's always chanting about God.
Yes!
And she's just sort of like rapping on the other side of the mall.
Epic rap battles. Launceston.
Have frogs in a pond.
Oh, the Rissoles have got it all. Your mole, check it out. Go into the shop and get some paracetamol, yo.
Go down to Chemist Warehouse. So how are you, Russell? Is this your first podcast you've ever been on?
Mate, this is the first one I've ever been on. I'm
It's
very
popping
happy.
his
I'm
cherry.
very happy it's this one.
Really? We're glad that you listen.
Well, no, I do. Every night at work when I'm not coming up with memes, I've got the earbuds in. I'm just going, what have the boys been up to? I wait for the Sean Connery joke. I'm like, here we go. We're in for some fun. And yeah, I just chill out and listen.
And squeeze in some Zelda as well.
Oh, yeah. No, I've played the living Christ out of that. And it's...
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, once that was done, I sat up my Switch and I didn't play it until I've got... the new game I've been playing recently, which is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I don't know if you boys have heard of it.
I have heard of it, yeah.
Yep. Huge stink that was on the E3 last year. Everyone was going, oh, this is bullshit.
Mario's got guns.
Yeah, why should Mario have guns? It's like,
He's not a plumber anymore.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one popped up. But no, I knew it was going to be great because I'm like, Nintendo aren't that fucking stupid. They're not going to give their big boy to someone else to play with and then like send him back with severe fucking psychological issues. You know? But I got the game, I've played it, and I've got to say it's It's the second best game on the Switch, I'd say.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
There's like 6 games on the Switch.
Yep, which is pretty good.
Compared to the Wii U. That's like double the titles, right?
If you like playing independent games that you can buy on Steam for like $2, man, the Switch is for you. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, lots of those title
I'll
games.
have to get that one.
Yeah, it's really good. Man.
Did
I'll
you
lend
ever
it to you if you
finish?
Oh, yeah?
Did you finish Zelda, Paddy?
No, not quite. No, I got about I'm most of the way through. I've got like one of those big giants left to take down and then the big boss, I think.
Yep.
But loving that game. That's I haven't picked it up for ages. I've totally forgot about it. Too many other things on the go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about the Switch. You can play it on the go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no excuse.
When you're on the shitter.
Brown's in the shit.
when I went to the Gold Coast a few months back, and that was the one game I wanted to play when I was up there, and my wife forgot to put it in, and I was like, so I only had like Mario Kart to play. I was like, oh no,
Blame the missus.
yeah.
It's your bloody fault. You had one job.
Shame.
I tell you what, we're in a pretty low minority of nerds who can actually blame it on the missus, aren't we? Oh, me missus. Oh, mate, you haven't got a missus. No, me bloody pillowcase. Me Dacky Macker over there. Dacky Macker.
So what's everyone been up to? What have you been up to, Pat?
Me? Working as usual and watching a lot of Game of Thrones and
Same.
going to the dog park.
Oh, did you take the drone out for a spin?
Yeah, took it up there the other day. Took the drone out because it's one of the best places I can take it. It's just so open and just I can go nuts with it. So.
Fly over people's backyards. Ooh.
Yeah.
Just wait for the summertime.
Someone's got a pool.
No, it's one of the only places I go where there's not really any houses around. So, because I've flown it around at the house and it's some people frown on it. They're like, what's that doing up there? Get out of here. And
Some people shoot at it.
yeah. But no, it was funny because the other day when I went to the dog park, it was probably one of the busiest times I'd been there. There was about nearly 10 dogs running around with all the people. And I let the drone, I just go right in the middle of the field and I kind of race it around. I was going quite low and just ran in circles, going full speed. And all the dogs are chasing it, like about 6 dogs running after it. And all the owners are just standing there with their arms crossed, like, here we go. And I'm just like toying with all the dogs, letting it fly around.
I've got 2 hours a week to come down to the dog park and play with me fucking dog. And this guy's hijacked me dog time with my bloody drone.
Be best mate.
Like, shit.
I wish I
You
had
keep the dog, you bastard.
Oh, laser pointed for men, isn't it? I actually nearly made a drone crash the other night at work. I've got a really high powered torch.
Yeah.
And he was flying over the top, and I just shot it right up at him, so he could not see a thing. So it's just veering all over the place. I'm just like going like this and that. I was like, this is more fun than what you're having, mate.
That's a good idea.
So yeah, good stuff.
I wish I had it on record because that would have been some great footage.
You should
with the
actually
dogs.
get the front page on Reddit, I reckon. Just like, oh, this guy went and played with this many dogs.
Fucking dogs leaping at the camera and missing.
And the only way, I was getting a bit worried because the battery was getting low, and I'm like, well, how am I going to land this? Because I kind of need to land it and take it away.
I was just saying before, like, picture like the drone coming down on automatic pilot, and it's like 6 dogs hanging off it,
And they're all just waiting for it. Here it comes.
just wiggling their asses all over the place.
You get it home, you got a chihuahua.
That's what I caught today.
And then my only way to actually get it down safely was to actually shoot it straight up in the sky until you could barely see it. So I just did that, and it was like as high as you could see, and they just like, all right. And then they just went on their way.
Oh,
'cause
sick.
They just couldn't figure out where it's gone.
I thought you would have like flown it over and landed it on top of your car or something.
What's that urban myth?
The boot's
where, like,
open.
where
Yeah.
dogs can't look up or some shit?
Oh, I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
I think it's in some movie or something. I
Yeah,
can't
it is.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. maybe there's truth to that. They can't look.
I'll tell you what, dogs can't look up, and mate, there's some dogs that have been looking down on me, mate. Fucking ridiculous. Fucking just walking up the street, you know, with me kid, me jammies. I mean, it's fair enough. I don't wear jammies to bed, but like, it's not fair, you know.
This is going to be the most locally relevant episode ever.
Yeah, apologies in advance, guys. Just look up Launceston on Google, and no, just go to my page. Just go to my page. You should be right.
Launceston memes.
Thank you.
That's all you need to know.
So we got a lot of listeners, like from the giveaway, and that we had entries from Sweden.
yeah.
We had people chime in from Mexico.
See.
We got
Nice.
fans in the UK, Australia, obviously. We got local fans. We got some fans in town. Russell's one of them. He listens every night. Or once a week, anyway.
Hey, I sometimes listen twice.
Wow.
I get really lonely at work. No, it's true. I just like to listen to some guys I know. So I was like, how you going, James? It's like, it's probably. It's like, oh, you'll see me next week.
Oh, I've got a few things to talk about, but straight off the top, we might talk about our IT giveaway. We announced a winner last week.
Yeah.
The winner of our IT giveaway was Jacinta Parks. So, Jacinta, if
Nice.
you're listening, congratulations. You had the best entry ever. So, Pat, do you want me to read some of it right now?
Yeah, read. I think everyone wants to hear the story.
You know what? I'll cherry pick some good bits.
No, you
what's
can read
what's
it.
the story? What's the story?
Well, we had it for our IT giveaway.
I saw that. I didn't enter into it because it was it's too scary for me. Like it was so good. I was just like, nah, fuck that. I'm not dealing with that shit.
It's very long, so I'll just go through. I'll start and I'll cherry pick the best bits.
Nice.
So, if you watched our announcement video, you got the start of it. So, it's picture this, midnight, thunder and lightning, storm outside. You're up late finishing your latest drawing when you hear a massive bash on your front door. You pause. You convince yourself it's just the thunder and get back to work. Then another loud bash at your door. This time you can't ignore it. You stand from your seat and make your way to the front door. Bang! Another loud crash as your door shakes. Your heart's racing.
Paddy's
I
sweating.
need a drink.
He's sweating.
Where's the toilet in the house, mate?
Just around the corner, mate. You'll be
Thanks, I
right.
appreciate that.
Your heart is racing. You can barely walk. You muster up the courage and your arm slowly extends for the door handle. You open the door slowly. Your eyes widen as you realize what is waiting for you on your doorstep. A balloon. A single red helium balloon just floating there amidst the massive storm that's taking place. Thanks for the background.
That's actually pretty good.
So, we'll skip through it a bit. Sorry, Jacinta. It's really good, but it's really long too.
That's
Let's see. Here we go. Without realizing it, the nurse bounds you to a chair and begins putting straps around your arms. As the adrenaline takes over, your arms begin to vein up quickly.
Oh, no way.
This sounds like a good night out, actually.
Russell, your whole point here is if he goes, you catch him.
Sorry. Oh, yeah. No, definitely. No, he's not going anywhere.
I've seen him faint. That's happened. So we get to the... She slowly brings the needle close to your arm and tracks it across your skin to find the perfect place to pierce your pulsating veins.
Ah, no.
You scream, the needle is inside your flesh as she is moving the needle sideways, up, down, trying to find a vein.
This is he's not putting this on. He is actually
All right, that's
really
enough.
upset.
That's enough. He's gone a bit white. but-
He's drinking a lot faster.
Oh, no.
We need you for another good hour.
I
Yeah.
need a good drink.
But Jacinta was the winner, but we can't, we have to say there were a lot of great entries. It was really close, a lot of them. A lot of them were really, really well written as well.
Yeah.
Top.
Yep.
So you should all be really, really proud of yourself, guys. Like,
Yeah,
thanks
loved
for
them.
entering. We had a blast doing it, and we think we might do this kind of, sort of regularly. A couple of things I did this week. I bought Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. But guess what? I haven't had a chance to fucking play.
Oh no.
Look at my hands. I've been painting like afternoons and shit and podcasting stuff and just haven't had time to do anything. And then of a night, I just want to sit down and watch TV. So the other night, I did watch the first episode of Bearded Geeks' Electric Dreams on Stan.
Oh, I want to see this.
Yeah, I watched the first episode and yeah, it was quite good. It wasn't like stellar or anything, but it was a good episode.
I've read a few of his novels. Android's Dream of Electric Sheep and all that. So does it really capture that sort of feel?
Yeah, this first episode is called The Hood Maker. The Hood Maker.
Nice.
It's about telepaths and that like Earth technology is sort of gone. Like we don't have phones or internet or anything like that anymore. Like technology's gone. We've pretty much just got cars. We've gone back to typewriters and shit. And we've got telepaths. So like we've got mutant population and they're all telepaths. And this one telepath, she gets teamed up with a cop, who's played by the actor that played Bloody Rob Stark. I forget his name.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I've seen him on all the promotional stuff with the hat
Yeah.
on. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, but they start to come across these hoods, and the hoods block out their psychic activity, like they can't read people's minds. And so they're trying to chase down the guy who created these hoods. But
So
yeah,
they're essentially stylish tinfoil hats.
they pretty much are, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool though. Yeah, like it was a good first episode, but yeah, I'm keen to see where the series goes and what more they've got in store.
Is it-
Because I fucking love sci-fi.
Is it one story per episode?
Yeah, so it's
So
10 episodes, 10 individual stories.
Oh, really?
Oh,
That's cool.
I actually think that's a better way of setting up a series sometimes.
It's kind of like Black Mirror.
Yeah.
I love Black Mirror.
Maybe that's on your list today, Pat.
Should be.
We're mixing it up today. Our topic today, well, we're not really doing a topic. We've decided to do our top 5 TV shows of all time. So each of us have made up a list of our top 5 TV shows of all time. So we're just going to go around and we're just going to count them down, and we'll just talk about a lot of different TV shows and that. We might talk about something you like. We might talk about something you bloody hate. But you're just going to have to sit there and listen to it.
Because we like it.
Controversy.
So, Russell, because you are the meme lord of Launceston, I have a story here, a local related story. I went to Bunnings the other day,
Well, this is good.
right?
Started off well.
Bunnings is like a big sort of Home Depot, like warehouse,
Yep.
hardware warehouse kind of thing for anyone who wants to know. So I go down there, and they've always got like a sausage sizzle out the front, because, you know, we Australians, we love a bloody snag, mate, the sausage and bread. So I don't really ever carry like money on me. I always have my card, but I had some change in my pocket and I had enough, and it was about lunchtime. So I goes up
here
to
we
get some
go.
snags, and I'm lined up.
Heavy breathing.
I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry, man. You should be sick.
So I'm lined up, and I look over at the barbecue, and I see all these snags lined up, being cooked, cooked already.
In slow motion.
And I'm sitting there, and there's about 3 people in front of me. The guy in front's like, can I get 3 sausages? I'm like, oh, that's a few. The lady behind him's like, can I get 4 sausages? And I'm like,
Greedy girl.
Keen.
the next guy, 3 sausages. I'm like, fucking hell, these people are hungry. And then the guy in front of me, I'm like, yes, I'm close, right? I'm close to those snags, onion, tomato sauce, can of Coke, I'm ready.
Mate.
My body is
The
ready.
trifecta.
I get there, and the guy in front of me is like, can I get 6 sausages?
Fuck off.
Oh, no.
Fuck off.
And I'm like,
Really?
fucking hell, this
Was this guy like a little wiry dude or like a big guy or like?
No, he was
medium?
just like average regular dude.
He just
Not
really
fat,
likes
not thin.
sausages.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He was looking at you behind. You're like licking his lips. And you're just like, nah.
So they're dishing up this guy's sausages, white bread, onion, and then the woman's there, and she's like, "Oh, we've only got 1 left." And she
No.
turns to me, she's like, "How many did you want?" I was like,
No.
2. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, they're just cooking. You'll just have to wait. It'll just be a couple of minutes." I'm like, "Okay." I always tell my girlfriend, I have a phrase I always say, I hate waiting, but I especially hate waiting for food.
Yeah, you'd just be sitting there stewing in the car park, just watching these sausages cook, and you just
They
watch-
had all these snags lined up there. Like, these
Sweating.
snags were cooking the whole time I was standing there. So they'd already been cooking 3 or 4 or 5 minutes.
Frothing
just
at the
sitting there
mouth.
staring at the one. Like I would have just taken the one and be done.
No, I take Jake's for an all or nothing kind of guy. He's just like,
Yeah.
I must get what I desire.
I came for
I need
2.
it.
I'm gonna leave with fucking 2.
Make that 3.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm standing there, and I'm waiting. And people are lining up. And she yells out, "Does anyone want 1?" And the guy right at the back's like, "Yep." And he walks past me, and he turns. He's like, "Sorry, mate." I'm like, "That's all right, brother. Yeah, have your sausage."
Just a quick stop though. Do you get hangry? Like, do you suffer from hangry real bad?
I just get fucking angry.
Oh wow! See, not even.
next
like,
level
you're just
angry.
ignoring your hunger, and you just go into Super Saiyan anger. Just
Yeah. Hair's turning blonde.
like, yeah.
Anyway, so I'm standing there and I'm waiting. I'm waiting. People are lining up. This lady lines up. "Oh, sorry, guys. They're just cooking. They're going to be a couple of minutes." It was 2 minutes, 5 minutes ago. Anyway,
Turkish.
Not counting.
so I'm waiting. This lady saddles up and she's there and she's ready to go. "Oh, they're just cooking." And she's standing there looking at the change. And she's standing there. She waits about a minute and she looks to the right over to the car park. And I look over and here's her husband over in the car park just waving her over. She goes, another guy
fuck
turns
over
up,
here!
he goes. So I stand there for about 5 minutes.
You're the true survivor, mate. I've never seen a survival story like this before.
I'm standing there for like
Survivor
5 minutes.
Tasmania.
Mate, it is. Oh, there's a lot of people getting voted off, and you can just go inside and get those fire things and just like you can either be racist and walk around with them like that. You know, it was in the news a while back, or just put it out.
So I waited 5 minutes, and they're like, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. I waited another 2, and they're still cooking. I'm like, fuck this, I'm going. And I left, and I went to my girlfriend's house. And
Tell me that you actually yelled that out as you walked away.
I just shake my head. I was like,
Fuck this. The rotary old man's like, "Ooh."
Wow.
So I would go to my girlfriend's house, and she said to me earlier she was going to Bunnings to get some painting stuff. So I get there, and she's gone. So I'm like, there's another Bunnings on the other side of town. So I'm like, I'm going to go there.
We're very lucky here in Launceston. We've got 2 Bunnings.
And I might see her, and I can get a fucking sausage.
Yeah, boy.
So I go there, I see a car parked next to it, walk in, she's coming out. Hello, how you going? Yeah, good. Going home, righto. So I'm just going to get a sausage. 3 lovely guys there. There's no one standing there. Walk up. How are you, gents? Yeah, good, mate. Good. How are ya? Yeah, bloody good. Can I get 2 sausages, white bread, onion? Yeah, mate. No worries. Right away. 2 sausages, fucking heaps of onion. I'm talking like big, perfect onion rings.
That was the Hollywood ending. We were all waiting. We were all waiting for the European edition. Where like everyone dies.
Do you guys want to hear my shit joke for it, though?
I haven't finished yet.
All right, excellent. Well,
And I
save
was
it
like,
for the
can
end.
I get my can of Coke? Yep, we've got a can of Coke. There's 1 left. Sweet. And I go sit in the car and I eat these sausages. Don't get any sauce on me. Lick me fingers. Drink the Coke. Away I go. I left a happy man.
As you're going out of the car park, you run over the guy who bought 6 sausages. That's how you...
Complete happy ending.
Now, that night, I was sitting down and I was thinking about it, and I was like, I could make a meme out of this and send it in to Russell, and he could post it on his meme page.
Yeah, I love it.
So I don't know if you want to run with that, Russell.
Well, I could make a joke and just say, I went to Bunnings. It took me ages to get some sausages. Didn't even get any sausages. I almost beat someone by 5%. That was my shit joke as well, so don't expect any more jokes. Well, you'll get more, but not on this. Yeah, cool. Yep.
That was good.
Excellent.
Now, I've got to ask Patrick Brown. Pat, how are you?
Oh, yeah, not
We've
bad,
been
mate.
here for nearly 25 minutes. How are you?
Poor Paddy.
Going well, mate, going well.
That's
Going
good. We'll
strong.
skip over that.
How are you?
I'm fucking good, mate. I'm fucking
Tell
good.
me all about it.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm going to skip over it. I'm going to go to this segment because
Yeah.
we've got a lot to talk about. Yes. Everybody is
No one fucking asked me how I am. Jesus Christ.
I asked you how you were.
Paddy got 2.
I'm
I got
still trying to
none.
make up for mine when I missed it a few weeks ago.
Bob, how you been for sausages, mate? You
Fucking
been good?
shit out.
Oh, right. Mate, we've got something to talk about here too.
Shit house.
Shit out.
We should start up our own Bunnings snags, like little pop-up shops.
I actually came up with an idea for that, where it's like, you know how you had the ice cream van getting around all the time? It's like, ice cream van.
Yeah.
And everyone goes running out to the ice cream. Well, we're a bit too old for that now. Like, we'll still occasionally do it. But what I want to do is set up my own one that's painted like the Bunnings like logo, and just drive around, and I'll call myself the Jolly Swag Van, and just drive around, Jolly Snag Van.
And
Sorry,
have the
I
theme
fucked it up.
song. So Bunnings Warehouse.
Yeah, Jolly Snag Van. You don't have to go and buy tools. It's fucking great. And you deal with less tools too. Fantastic.
It's nothing worse than getting a Bunnings snag and they use like home brand bread or something.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
50 cent loaves.
Snaps in half.
Snaps
when you
in
put-
half.
it's like cardboard or something.
Oh, yeah. And also the nana that doesn't know how to count properly. She's just like, oh, you see, not used. I'm used to pennies and pence, you see. It's a bit different now.
Still take 2s.
There we go, sonny. Got your coppers for you. Coppers? What are you talking about, nana?
Just give us one of those new crisp $10 notes.
Go home, Nana.
I'm putting you in a fucking home.
Okay, so we might skip all that, and it's time for the second installment of Drop the Beard.
Yeah.
Bobby music. Boom, boom, boom.
That was Brent, by the way.
Man, it took me ages to record that bit. You did a real good job.
Thanks, mate. It was a one-take deal. So we started a new segment called Drop the Beard. Every week, everyone nominates a song, and what we've done, what Patrick Brown's done, but what we've done, is we've created a Spotify playlist, Drop the Beard playlist. So every song we nominate, we're going to put into this playlist. So if you want to check it out, if you want to hear about all this cool fucking music we listen to, mate, you can just jump on there, listen to it if you haven't already listened to it.
And go, fuck these guys. Jesus.
And then in about 6 months, we're going to have a kick-ass playlist.
Yeah,
so,
build it up.
Or
Who
some
wants to go
kind of
first?
playlist, anyway.
Bobby, you can go first.
Me? Alright. My band for this week is Gay Paris. They're an Aussie band from Sydney.
Vote yes.
Actually, if you go to their Facebook page, like they're covered in vote yes stuff. So
Nice.
Go those guys.
Fucking good on them.
But my song is "The Sackcloth Saint of the Cornfield." That's a
That's a mouthful.
fucking rock and roll ripper of a song.
That sounds like an
check it
early
out.
90s horror film, doesn't it?
Yeah,
What's it called? The sackcloth.
Sackcloth.
Sackcock.
Sackcock!
Cock!
It's the Sackcloth Saint of the Cornfield.
That sounds fucking like a John Carpenter movie.
So
Yeah.
essentially, it's a fucking
It
scarecrow.
sounds like a John Carpenter movie.
I want to listen to that right now.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. It's a
Yeah.
good song.
So what style of music is it?
Like dirty kind of rock and roll, like very baritone vocals and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
very cool.
Wicked. Who wants to go next? Pat?
Yeah, mine is by Scandroid. I love them guys. And the song is 1,000 Years. Really good song. It's really upbeat, and it's kind of like Cell Dweller.
It is Cell Dweller, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like a 80s retro kind of theme that he's taken. That's what he's gone with Scandroid, and that's why I'm big on 80s synth stuff.
Same.
Like the current,
Same.
When I think you introduced me to I didn't even know there was a whole new genre, like current bands.
I'll look after you, homie.
Yeah, like they're all current bands that like the now, but they do like 80s styled stuff, like all
Synth,
the
dark synth, electronica.
yeah,
It's awesome.
retro
Yeah.
stuff.
That
Really cool.
carpentry sort of sound and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
There's thousands of bands that do it, and like I've got a huge playlist of stuff. But yeah, Scandroid is awesome for that. So check them out. Scandroid, 1,000 Years. Really
Russell,
good song,
do you have a song you'd like to nominate, or will I nominate one for you?
Yeah, can you just choose one for me, man? I don't really listen to much
Russell's
music.
song this week is Black Sabbath, Paranoid.
Awesome. Yeah. No, you're right. I did want that one. Thanks for that.
Very good. That's a great fucking track.
That is a fucking ripper of track.
Yeah.
I love that.
And my track this week, because I rewatched Kung Fury over the weekend, it's True Survivor by David Hasselhoff.
Ah, yeah.
What a
Yes.
fucking song.
Gold.
That's a fucking great song and a great clip as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I love
so
it.
good.
How good is Kung Fury? I really want a sequel to that.
I don't watch that again. Yeah.
Half hour. Best half hour you'll watch on Netflix.
Yeah.
I was amazed by the look that they went. You know, they really pulled off that like VHS tape kind of look, and
Hacker Man. And he's got like the like fucking Nintendo Power Glove. And
yeah, pulled it off. It was really good.
I think it worked really well in the length that they went for as well. Like
Yeah.
just a little half-hour kind of short thing. Like
Yeah.
it didn't get too rich. Like if you made a whole movie out of it, you might be sort of by the
Yeah.
end going, yeah, all right, you know. But
Yeah.
half
It didn't
an hour-
overstay its
I thought that was
welcome.
perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
I find my attention span's far too short these days to sit down for something like that for so long.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah,
it's like a fine dessert at a restaurant. You know, just
yeah, exactly. Just
It's good. Not a huge 4-litre tub of Peter's ice cream from down at the shop. I mean, that's all right too, but I'm fat enough already.
Okay, cool. So we might go into the news for the week.
What's it? Oh yeah, we did your song.
Fuck.
Yeah.
We done the songs.
Yep. Done all
Yeah.
them. Good. All good.
They're good tracks. I'm going to check out that track of yours, Bob. Yeah.
Oh,
It's fucking got me
you
keen.
guys will love it. Yeah.
Keen as mustard. Did everyone see? I'm just going to bring this up. I know Russell probably hasn't seen it, but the Disaster Artist trailer
Yeah.
with James Franco and that.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that
yeah.
Tommy
Yeah.
Wiseau, the
Yeah.
making of the room. Fuck,
So-
that looks great.
What's
Yeah.
that about? I love James Franco, but what's it about?
Have you ever heard of the film The Room
Yeah, I think I have actually.
by Tommy Wiseau? It's
So-
said
so-
to be one of the so bad it's good. It's one of the worst films ever made.
What is it like? Some sort of sciencey fictiony or some?
No, it's just like meant to be like a drama.
All right.
Like a
Yep.
soap opera thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But there was a book written about the making of that movie, and this movie is based off that book. And James Franco plays Tommy Wiseau. It's directed by James Franco.
So what
and
you're
it's about
saying-
the making of that movie.
All right. So you're saying that it's bad, so there is room for improvement. Dude, that's a really good impression.
Is that on your top 5 list, Home Improvement?
Should be. I'm changing my list.
The Disaster Artist trailer, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It looks great. It's one of my most anticipated for the rest of the year.
That was well timed.
It was actually. I'll give him that. That's so good.
Get
Last week we got our first look as David Harbour as Hellboy from.
Yeah, I saw that. That looked really good.
He looks
wasn't it?
fucking great, imposing. He looks big. It's scary. Yeah. Very similar to Ron Perlman's Hellboy, but yeah,
You
it's
really
different
can't.
enough to.
You can't pick his face under all that.
No,
He
not at
just-
all.
He just looks like Hellboy.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if those are his abs.
Yeah, like Ron Perlman kind of already looked like Hellboy, so they kind of went together fine. But yeah, with this, like, what's his name? Harbour?
David Harbour.
David Harbour. Yeah, his face like doesn't look like that at all. You know, in Stranger Things and stuff like that. But in this shot, he looks fucking Hellboy as.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he like, what's that meme? It's like, if this guy slaps you on the your girl on the ass in the club, what do you do? Like, if it was him, I'd just be like, nah, go for it, have another shot.
You can have her.
Yeah, there you go, man. All
Craig
yours.
Daviding that one.
Better red than dead. Fuck, I hate myself.
Your wife will too after she hears this.
Mate, I don't even know why she said yes.
She's settled.
Oh, fucking know she did. Like Silton the Tamer. Local reference, we've got a really shit river.
It's nothing to do with the sewage or whatever.
No,
Anything's happening
nothing at all. We've even got a raker out there that just rakes up all the sewage to send it further downstream. But because it's like a swamp, it's just like constantly filling back in. The raker's just sitting back going, this is the fucking best. I'm just sitting back making fucking fat stacks of cash because this is fucked.
This is the most local episode ever.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
All the Launceston people that listen to this, all 3 of them, will love it.
Oh, yeah. They're just sitting back going, oh,
Well,
man,
us.
this is great. I'm really enjoying these Krispy Kremes that my mate got me from Melbourne. I'm fucking having so much fun.
John Wick Chapter 3 has a release date. Don't everyone chime in at once. May 17, 2019.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
More John Wick?
I'm keen for that.
Yeah, I actually still haven't seen the second one.
And didn't they...
Shit.
It's the ending, isn't it? It's the last one.
Yeah, it will be the last
Wrap
one.
it up, yeah.
John Wick, that's the one with Keanu Reeves. Yeah. I've watched some ads for it and that, but I haven't actually sat down to watch it because, yeah.
Have you seen the first?
In for a treat.
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen any of them.
Right, yeah.
Shit ass.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't even know why I'm here.
Get the fuck out.
All right, see us.
Don't ever.
I'm going to Keanu Reeves.
Sad.
Paddy's
Keanu.
just still is ticking.
Well, Paddy's a dad, so he's sitting here and he's like, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, whereas you boys are just like not dads. You're like, fuck.
That's terrible.
I'll just skip over that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis has announced that next year she'll be back in the Halloween. Well, it's not a remake; it's a sequel, technically. So they're skipping over. It's going to be, I think, a direct sequel to Halloween.
Oh, to Halloween. I thought you was going to say Freaky Friday.
I think it's Halloween H2O. I don't know. It's one of them. John Carpenter's back to produce. Danny McBride is co-writing the script.
Oh,
Danny McBride is.
Yeah, Danny McBride is
Okay.
co-writing the script.
I didn't know he was like doing that stuff.
Yeah, I've got a quote here from him, actually.
So it's not. It's
Did,
not.
did Danny McBride have a hand in like writing the Kenny Powers bloody?
He'd have to, wouldn't he? He's so
I don't know.
prolific with it. Like,
He's bound down.
yeah.
Yeah, Eastbound Down. Yeah,
Because he's known for being like quite a good writer, isn't he?
I
Like,
think so. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
yeah.
That scene in This Is the End. Oh, fucking cum all over this place. I'm dropping loads like a goddamn dump truck. I only watched that again recently on Netflix. Fuck, I laugh.
I gotta watch it.
It's tops.
So I got a quote here from McBride about Halloween. It's pretty big, actually. Look at where the Halloween franchise has gone. There's a lot of room for improvement. David and I are coming at it.
Ooh, burn, Rob Zombie.
David and I are coming from it as we are horror fans and we're humongous fans of John Carpenter and what he did with the original Halloween. So I think from watching this and being disappointed by other versions of the series, I think we're just trying to strip it down and just take it back to what was so good about the original. It was just very simple and just achieved that level of horror that wasn't corny and it wasn't turning Michael Myers into some supernatural being that couldn't be killed. That stuff to me isn't scary. I want to be scared by something that I really think could happen. I think it's much more horrifying to be scared by someone standing in the shadows while you're taking the trash out, as opposed to someone who can't be killed pursuing you.
Cool.
Which is dead set true,
That's a
because
good
the
one.
first Halloween, there was so many great scenes in that movie. Like,
Yeah.
Michael coming into the room with the teens, he's got the bedsheet over his head, like pretending to be the ghost, or he's hiding out in the laundry, or he's hiding behind the hedge, and Laurie turns around for a double take and he's gone.
And he's basically another Jason, wasn't he? Couldn't really be killed.
That was later
That
on.
was
Later on in the franchise,
not the
but
first one.
Oh, okay.
Not in the first one, not the original.
right, yep.
Not the best.
Yeah, that'd be good then.
He was just a home intruder kind of.
Going more realistic.
The early things.
That's
yeah.
good, yeah. Oh,
Russell, you're punching away at your phone there. You
Yeah,
got
no, sorry. A friend just sent me a Snapchat of their cat. It's really fluffy. I'm really sorry. It's a Maine Coon, huge tail. It's really cute.
I like cats.
Yeah, they're awesome.
We had the new Tomb Raider trailer today and the poster yesterday. There was a big uproar because Alicia Vikander's got like a really long neck. And the positioning on that poster, it looked really odd.
Wasn't Long Neck one of the cheats on the game?
When I saw the poster, I just immediately heard the Jurassic Park theme. That's good.
Oh, fuck. That's good.
I just climbed out of my Jeep, like, looking at the poster.
just in awe.
So we had the trailer today. Patrick Brown, what are your thoughts on the trailer?
Yeah, I was wanting more. I think, like...
It's average as fuck, isn't it?
Yeah, like, to be honest, I was hoping it'd be a little bit more, it's hard to describe, like, more, like, grounded and edgy, maybe, or... It seems like it's going to be a little too actiony. Like, you know what they did with the new Hitman franchise, and I thought that was going to be the comeback of Hitman, but then they went they went all like crazy action with it. This one looks like she's not too serious. She's more like somehow turns into this ultimate kind of killer or assassin.
That's what she does in the game, but
yeah,
I don't know. I just found it a bit meh.
I think
So
it'd make a great video game and a terrible movie.
where's this one set
Which is
in the
weird,
timeline?
yeah.
Is this set like a earlier?
It's based off the prequel Tomb Raider.
yeah, those are great.
Not the prequel, the reboot.
Yeah.
We had
you couldn't get
back
Angelina.
2010, 12 or whatever it was, 13.
That was so good. But you can't get Angelina Jolie to come in and do it because she looks like a sexy praying mantis now.
It looks like they've just taken that game and made a movie out of it. That's about it.
But then they put all the shit video game movie scenes in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I'm your dad, and if you're seeing this, I'm dead. But there's this big organization, they're really bad, and they're gonna steal this thing, which is gonna ruin the world, and you've got to single-handedly stop them. I'm putting all this responsibility on your fucking shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad, I'll do that. No worries.
See, that sounds like a great video game. At the start of the game, you're like, fuck yeah, all right, we're on this thing. But for a movie, it's like, no, I don't know. Like, you don't get to control any of that shit, so what's the point? Like, go play the remake game.
Yeah,
Like,
they're really good.
yeah.
It's like the wife talking about Uncharted, and I was saying to her, "Oh, what do you reckon about them making an Uncharted movie?" And she's like, "I don't really care. Like, I just get you to play it, and then I watch it."
Yeah.
Like, she literally doesn't play video games, but she was begging me to play Uncharted like a couple of years back. I'm like, "Can you play it again? I want to watch it again." I'm like, I don't want to play it. You just play it, and I'll watch it.
Just
and
watch
she
a
points out
YouTube
the
video,
shiny
darling.
things too, which is good because women have got good peripheral vision, so she can like pick up on the shiny things on the ground. I just go run over and grab that. I'll grab that. Arguments where she says, "Take out those guys first, and then those guys." I'm like, change it down to easy. Like, yeah, no worries, sweetheart. It's like, how'd you get so good? I'm like, I'm just fucking awesome.
Some of the scenes in the trailer that were just picked straight from the game look great, like where she's where the ship's gonna capsize or whatever, and she jumps off, but she does like a Neo Matrix jump, which she jumps like 12 feet in the air. Yeah. I'm like, that's ridiculous. You jump like 3 feet and then fall straight in.
That's nuts. And there's the bit where she walked out of her cabin and like all the shit fell in the door in front of her. I'm like, that's a total fucking video game thing. That's like we're gonna block that path. You can't crawl through that shit, so you're gonna go this way now. Like, what the fuck is this?
I tell you what, if an auto-saving icon pops up the bottom right-hand side, I'll spit it.
I really like the scene where she jumped on the wing of the plane and she's tied up. That's straight out of the game.
Oh, yeah. Yep. What do you guys think of, is it Alicia?
Alicia Vikander.
How do you feel about her as Tomb Raider?
Yeah, I think she looks great. I think she looks the part.
Yeah. She'll make a good Tomb Raider. I just don't think she's going to have anything to work with.
Hey, mate, she's going to spend all that money on scarves. She needs it for that long-ass neck.
Do you think it was Photoshop, that poster? Like, her head was somehow Photoshopped on. And they just got it wrong. Because I remember I told you I thought her head looked too big.
Honestly, I Googled it yesterday. I just Googled Alicia Vikander. And I just went in for a look. And, she's got a really long neck.
Yeah, she does.
It's just the weird angle, the weird positioning on the poster, and her turning her head back, and it just her hair's tied back, and it looks weird.
They were trying to make
she's from Switzerland or Sweden or something like that. So
okay.
Oh,
you know what it probably is? It's probably because people are used to seeing the original Tomb Raider from the game, and they already in their head know what she looks like, her proportions, and then they see her on the poster, and because it's Alicia Vikander, such a long neck, it's just such a difference.
Who played Tomb Raider in the games? Because there was I remember there was a making of floating around with her.
Oh yeah, she was awesome in those games.
She was amazing.
She's an actress as well.
Yeah. They should have fucking just hired her.
I think
she was in Californication once too.
Yeah, I think she was in maybe Grey's Anatomy, as well. For
she looks the part.
She was fucking great.
Like she would nail that role.
I saw her on talk shows and stuff, and
yeah,
I think it was on Conan, and then Conan played Tomb Raider and kept getting killed, like impaled by.
Yeah,
that's great.
Oh, I love that tall guy.
That's hilarious. And my final bit of news, because this only just hit the internet today, so I saved this for last, obviously, because it's the most recent. We're talking about Terminator. We went and saw T2 the other week, last month or whatever.
We took a poll and Paddy lost.
Paddy lost. We had a big argument in the car park about Terminator Genesis.
There was memes made out of it.
There was a meme made out of it.
Paddy stopped talking to each other for a week. Had to reconcile them.
Never. Love you, man. Love you. Hold me. The new Terminator film that's in the works with James Cameron and Tim Miller.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Linda Hamilton is officially returning to play Sarah Connor.
Oh, shit, that's huge.
That's
interesting.
interesting.
And the movie is a direct sequel to Terminator 2.
Yeah, that's even huger.
That is amazing.
So Cameron announced this at like some gala or some expo dinner or something like that. He spoke about Linda Hamilton coming back. So she's going to be back. Arnold's going to be back. And they're looking for a younger actress around about 18 years old to be the centerpiece of the franchise. But they're still going to have Arnie and Linda there to anchor them down. They said we're still going to have time travel. We're going to have people from the future, people from the present or whatever. It's going to be a Terminator film, but so
it's not really then a reimagining like they were talking about.
Straight up sequel.
It sounds like it's going to be straight up.
Can I call it that they're looking for an 18-year-old girl? I bet that they're probably going to make it like nice in 2017 by making John Connor get a sex change and then become Jane Connor, and then
that wouldn't surprise me actually.
Russell's predicted it. If this actually happens, we'll bring him back. We'll give him a chocolate medal or something.
Pat will give him a yowie.
Yes.
A bag of those like nasty chocolate coins that used to buy.
Chicken feed crushed Easter eggs.
Oh, yes. Chicken feed. I used to love those. Yeah. I had mates that go in and just smash them and then come back later and buy them. They were horrible human beings. They don't talk to me anymore.
Pat, do you want to tell everyone, speaking about Yowies, your Yowie auction from the other week?
Oh, yeah. Well, everyone knows probably by now I'm a massive Yowie fan.
Obsessed is the word.
Oh, yeah. I do have an obsession. I'll admit to that. No, but I had most of the set, so I had nearly all of them after painstakingly trying to like waste a lot of money on Yowies, and everyone was just a double or whatever, like the 10th one I've got of that one, and then
Your kids have got diabetes, but you've got a collection.
The 10th one.
and I had
That
like
one.
I had like a container full
That's
of
like
chocolate.
$50 worth of Yowie.
Yeah, I know. That's why I thought, well, I'm going to take this to eBay, and I went on there and thought I just need one, and I need like the tortoise. No, I needed two actually. I did. So I just got the last two.
Wasn't
on
it the
eBay.
owl? The owl?
The owl and the tortoise.
So you got the owl,
Yep.
and then you were in a bidding war for the tortoise.
Yeah. Yeah.
A fucking little toy that's not even the size to fit in your palm. Patrick's in a bidding war, and he's messaged me. He was like, "Fuck this! 2 minutes left. I've got my finger on the button.
It was
oh
like-
no, he's out." I told him.
started off
I messaged him, and I'm said. I messaged him and said, "I'm gonna fucking bid on it."
I was like, don't you dare.
And he's like, "Oh, don't do it. You would."
And I was
Bid
like,
on it and then
drive
like,
up the price.
melt it with your lighter on Snapchat. Oh, yeah.
I was like, I bet
all the
that's-
while just staring at the camera going, she'll be right, mate.
And it was like $2 it started off at or something, and then I was bidding away, and it just went up to like $3, $5, $8. I was like, this guy just kept going.
Fucking serious money on the line.
Yeah.
And the whole time, were you just like on there just going, what a loser. Why are you spending so much money on this bloody Yowie? I wish
know.
he'd stop.
Ended up going up to like $20
Shit.
for just this one little Yowie tortoise.
But you won,
I got it, yeah.
and
Yes!
you've got the whole
I
set.
was like, no. It was like 10 seconds left, and I was like, I had my finger on the trigger. I was just ready to go for it, and then bang, and yeah, got it. So
And now he's waiting for the next series of toys.
It's going to arrive in the post and it'll be missing a leg.
the head's broken off.
I got it all in one piece. Thank God. It was good.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, there's my story anyway.
Awesome. Well, that might do it for the news. That's all I have.
Cool.
Excellent.
All right.
Sounds good. I'm really excited about that Terminator stuff.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Yeah.
That's all you
Like
hope for.
Cameron doesn't get the rights back till 2019, but they're already working on it. So by the time he gets the rights back, they'll be ready to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit the ground
Let's
running.
just hope it happens, because it always changes, doesn't it?
Yeah, who knows what'll happen.
Mm.
All right, we might go into our topic.
Yep.
Our top 5 TV shows of all time. We all each have a list.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have my list in here. Don't look at it, Bobby. I don't want you to look at it.
Don't look at mine.
So what we're going to do is, because, I don't know, this is just, we don't talk about TV very much. The only TV we fucking talk about is Game of Thrones, really, lately. So we thought it might be a good chance to bring up.
We talk about TV all the fucking time.
Shut up, you. So everyone will do their 5th pick, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll count down.
All right.
Like Russell said earlier, like every podcast does.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I was just trying to make you laugh. It didn't work.
You always make me laugh. You made me laugh. Russell, when I turned 30, I had a fancy dress party, and Russell was very drunk. And he was talking to me the other day. He was like, "Oh, I finally get to meet Bob." And I'm like, "You met him at my 30th already." And he's like, and it was like, drunk Russell forgot.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I went dressed as in a Vault suit from Fallout 4, and I tell you what, I was not a lone survivor. I barely scraped through the next day.
That was so good, that suit.
Oh, man. It felt good walking through town wearing. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty cool, aren't I? And just like Bogan's driving past, going, "No, so dickhead."
First time I met you, you were Dovahkiin from Skyrim.
I was too. That's right. Yeah.
We're out in the town. I've still got that great photo of you and I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what a night. Yeah.
We got to Lloyd's, and I ran into Russell. I'm like, "Russell!" And he was pissed as a nit. And he turns around, and he's just dressed as Dovahkiin in he's been to Spotlight, and he's bought all the felt material, and he's made it.
As all Dovahkiins do. Down the Spotlight.
The hot glue gun.
I honestly, it's times like that I wonder whether I'm on the spectrum. It's just I just get so zoned in on making it. It's just all right, they'll do that and they'll do that. Like right now, I'm building a suit of Roman body armor out of Bogue's red cans, and I spent 3 hours today cutting them all up into size. I'm just there, and the wife's just walking past. She's just like, "How you going?" I'm like, "I've done 52 cans so far. It's doing really well. I'm just got to glue them all together. It'll be fantastic."
And you're making chainmail out of...
Ring pull cans, so if you boys can save them.
I
got one here. Here you go.
Oh, yes.
I tried to buy tinnies tonight of
There we
Bogue's
go.
Red,
Chuck it.
and they only had stubbies available.
It's there. You grab it.
So I don't know what you can do on your suit with stubbies,
Well,
but
I was
I was
actually
trying to
thinking
buy
about
the,
using...
tins.
Oh, thank you, sir. Excellent.
You
Yeah.
can keep the bottle caps for your Fallout costume.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, actually, I do have a jar at home that says
Bottle cap mine.
post-apocalyptic superannuation fund. Chuck them all in there.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, I thought of that once. I had a bucket, and I just filled them up every time I had like a gathering or a party or something.
Yeah.
Just kept filling it up. I was like, "Yep, that's in case the world ends."
42 kilos of bottle tops later,
Yeah.
you're like, wife's like, can we get rid of these?
Fat stacks.
It's our future.
Get that Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Oh yeah, boy.
All right, so we're going to go on to it. Top 5 TV shows of all time, our individual lists. Who wants to start?
Patrick Brown.
Patrick Brown, here we
On the
go.
spot. All right, so number 5.
I'm not going to read your list. I've got my list hidden over here, so it's going to be exciting. Until we, double up the answers, it's going to get really boring.
Yeah, I'm looking over here and I'm just seeing he's got a lot better ones than I've got. I'm going to look like a child with the shit. I'm going to say.
Home and Away. Neighbours.
Mate, you know we all belong together.
You know what's funny?
You and I together and other.
It's actually pretty funny that you mentioned that. It's like way back when I worked at the Examiner, right? I don't know if anyone's hearing this who used to work with me. I used to get so much shit because I used to watch Home and Away at my dinner break.
Rightly so.
And it was because there was nothing else to watch and it's the only thing that's consistent every night.
You know what? This is the very first I've ever heard of this, and I'm very surprised.
I tell you,
I know, but it's mainly the consistency. And I
Who
was
was
like,
your
I want
favourite-
something to watch.
Who was your favourite Home and Away
And
character?
I actually got into it and watched every.
He was invested.
You invest yourself into it, even as silly as the show is. Well, I wouldn't watch that now. But
So who was your favourite on the show?
Yeah.
Alf. Alf's the winner.
Oh, yeah, it's always Alf. I think
Alf's
it's okay
the
to be a
best.
man, and if anyone says, what is your favourite character? You've got to say Alf, because if it's anyone else, then immediately your masculinity gets questioned.
Alf's a legend.
You're flaming
Alf,
galah.
Alf's in it for life, though. He's not fucking around.
Yeah.
All right, so my number 5 is Hannibal TV show.
Ooh, good pick.
That is my number 5.
That was a fucking great show. I rewatched that again at the beginning of this year. I watched all 3 seasons. I missed. I only saw the first 4 episodes of season 3, and I finally got the Blu-ray. I won it in a bidding war on eBay, Patrick Brown, and I watched them all from start to finish. Holy fuck, that first season, those murders and the setups, and
It grabs you.
yeah,
That's
fucking
one of
great.
that's one of those shows that I could just binge and
I fucking pay you that, Patrick Brown, because that is a corker of a show.
it's tops. It's and I was really devastated when they cancelled it. They cancelled. I know it's coming back though, isn't it? They finally bring it.
Well, there's talks about possibly bringing it. They had to wait 2 years after the show ended before they could go into talks about bringing it back or picking it up somewhere else.
Yeah.
But the last episode ended, the pair of them went off a cliff. So,
Yeah.
so I'm just like, I wonder what happened there.
Does anyone need to know about the details of what the show is? Should I mention anything roughly or?
Well, yeah, it's based around sort of Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter,
It's
yeah.
based off sort of Red Dragon, but it's sort of ongoing series with Will Graham and Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal in the first season is brought in to be an advisor, psychological advisor for the. What are you laughing at?
No, I
Russell?
just remember the meme. Sorry. No, I remember the meme was just this guy saying, I've got an idea for another TV show. And he's just like, hopefully it's not like your other TV show that was, what was it, Furderer, which was about a murderer. And he's just like, no. And then it just shows Hannibal. About a cannibal. Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, Hannibal. Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon. You get the idea. Who wants to go next?
I'll be doing so.
Yeah, we'll go around the circle. So,
just on our
Bob, you're next.
Number 5. Yeah.
Mine is, I feel like I'm going to steal this one off somebody.
No, you're not.
Deadwood.
That's a great show. I didn't think of that.
That is a
never-
fucking great show.
never
I'm not
seen
going
that.
to... We'll talk about this later after we get to 1, but I fucking love that show.
Yeah, I
I've
love
never
the
seen
shit
it.
out of it. You've never seen Deadwood?
No.
What the fuck's wrong with you? How are we friends?
There is a reason why this is in my top 5, a very good reason. It's
Yeah.
fucking amazing. It is, the best cast of characters ever. Fucking awesome.
Is that
Seth
Timothy
Bullock.
Oliphant?
Seth Bullock and Al Swearingen, Ian McShane as Al Swearingen is
Cy
probably...
Tolliver, across the street,
Yep.
opposing saloons.
Yeah.
Played by Powers Booth, who's
who died recently this year.
Died,
I'll have to watch it.
So that's fucked for the
it is the best
movie.
Western you'll get, like a TV show.
Yeah,
like,
and it's not
awesome.
anachronistic in any way. Like everything in it is set up from that time period. It just smells and feels like the real thing.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're
that
almost getting syphilis just watching the women. Like it's so good.
3 seasons in too. Like you feel like you know the town. Like,
Yeah,
you know where everything is in that town.
Yeah.
Ah, good. Yep.
Like you know where everyone lives. You know where everyone's sitting.
You know the
in that
layout.
town.
Like everyone walks up the street. You know where everything is on the street because in the beginning, like Deadwood starts as like a camp or like a settlement, but then it's like just officially become a town. And then as you get to season 2, the town's expanded and it's gotten bigger. And then again in season 3, it's gotten that bit bigger. And
It's the attention
The
to
biggest
detail.
tragedy in TV as well is that it got fucking canned on a cliffhanger. So
Oh no!
it's been completely unresolved for over 10 years now.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But there's been talks a long time for a Deadwood movie, but apparently it's happening. Like there's the Deadwood film script is done. There's talks with HBO. Ian McShane's keen to come back. They've just got to tee it all up, and hopefully it'll happen.
Ian McShane as Al Swearingen is clearly
the best.
by far one of my favorite characters of all time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely fucking legendary.
They should do an Australian version of it called Stockade, and it'll just be set during the Eureka Stockade, and you can have Alf Stewart playing like the big bad bloody, license inspector, and they're just like, "Oh fuck you, Alf," and he's just like, "You flaming mongrel,
His name's Alf.
get over here." His name's Alf. His name's Alf. Like they're just like, "What do you want to be named?" And Alf Raymere goes, "Alf," so I don't have to fuck around anymore. Like, and they're like, "Oh, fair enough, you're Alf. So fucking do whatever you want, man."
He's got a dungeon.
Oh yes.
Where should we set the show? Fucking Summer Bay.
To everyone who doesn't live in Australia, I hope you're keeping up.
I'm sorry, just
The English listeners will know. English listeners watch Home and Away, I'm pretty sure.
I think
It's
the
pretty
English
huge over
listeners watch it more than we do.
there. Yeah, I think so. Sorry about that.
They sit there and go, look at these blame geezers. Look, they're not even fucking watching. They don't even know accent. Fucking bullshit.
He got his accent from
I don't
Coronation
know,
Street.
Spot on.
No, my nan used to watch a lot of EastEnders. Still does, actually. Yeah, she's still around. G'day, Nan.
She watched Downton Abbey.
No, hates it.
Ah.
No, she's just like, oh, fuck, I'm watching this fucking bullshit.
Get her onto like Outlander or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My wife used to watch that a bit, and she's just like, nah, I'm good. Bit rapey.
Yeah,
rapey.
my missus watched it and she got to the end of the first season. She's like, yeah, it was a bit too much rape in it.
Yeah. I'm sitting back going,
Hales is watching the shit out of it. She loves it. I don't know what that says about my wife.
Hales just walks in wearing a kilt, and all you just hear is this like tightening of a belt buckle. You're like, oh no! And she's just like, get over here, I'm going to stick it right up.
I got a Scottish last name, so I don't know.
Nice.
My number 5 pick, none of you will have this, is The Twilight Zone.
I knew you were going to fucking pick that.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
That's a very Jags pick, though.
I was really torn about the number 5 spot because I will say it now, it was between Twilight Zone and Deadwood. So it was really hard. I wanted to do 6 because I wanted to fit Deadwood in my list.
Yeah.
But I fucking love the Twilight Zone. Rod Serling, like the end of every episode, he's just sitting there, he's like fucking smoking a cigarette and being filmed and talking about just this shit. Fucking great episodes. Pretty much every episode has a twist ending. Scary show too. Like it actually is scary. Even now, like I watch it like, ooh.
It was close to being
chills,
on my list as well. Just because of its significance for everything else that it paved the way for. Like it gave us Stranger Things. It gave us fucking Black Mirror. It gave us like basically any kind of supernatural TV show out there.
Wasn't there talk of a 2017 something like something being made, like sort of a reboot of something?
I'm not sure. There was a reboot. Oh, there was a 80s series. So there was a Twilight Zone. There was an 80s one. There was another one done in the year 2000, but that only lasted, I think, about 8 or 10 episodes
Yep.
before it was cancelled. But yeah, I'm not sure. I know there was like a Tales from the Crypt like reboot being worked on. I don't know how that's going though at the moment. But
Because if they were doing it in 2017, he wouldn't come back smoking a cigarette. He'd be like vaping and spinning a fidget spinner and just be like, "Yo, like and subscribe, fam."
yeah, smash that like button.
never.
Yo, if you don't watch the Twilight Zone, you're in the friend zone, bro.
So that's my number 5 pick, Russell. I'm keen to hear your picks.
Yeah, the Angry Beavers.
That's a great
No,
pick.
I fucking loved that show as a kid. I watched it recently, and it still fucking holds up. Yeah, I just sit back watching, like, man, this is great.
I remember that.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
I love these.
Angry Beavers. That makes me remember what you've got on your list.
Nice.
Yeah.
But no, it was just whenever I watch it, it just takes me back to being a kid,
Yeah.
sitting up, watching it late at night and just going, "Oh, this is great." Play me Game Boy, catching Pokemon,
Spoot.
There'd been no towers hit, way back in the day.
Are Real Monsters.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
it. Yeah, oh man, it was the golden age when I was like 10, 11, 12 was Nickelodeon.
Yep.
And now it's really Cartoon Network's taken over. Cartoon Network is like,
Trapdoor.
yeah.
Trapdoor was great, yeah.
Door was not Nickelodeon though, but yeah,
It was still good though.
it was on. It was on at that
That's
hour.
old school,
Yeah.
The Raggy Dolls.
Yeah.
Raggy Dolls. Raggy Dolls. Dolls for you and me.
How about that Rocco's Modern Life one? I think you guys were talking about it, weren't you? There's a new Rocco's Modern Life movie, I think.
Yeah. in the works,
yeah.
And
Yeah.
a new comic book's come out.
Oh, really?
Guy I met in New York, Ian McGinty's just signed up to be the artist on the new Rocco's Modern Life
Sick.
comic. So I was like, "Fuck yeah, that's awesome!" Because
That's
I
pretty cool.
love his style. He draws really similar to sort of the stuff I like. So
Yeah,
it's really
yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Oh, sick. I'll have to pick that up.
yeah.
Yeah, wicked. Patrick Brown, number 4.
4. Westworld. It's mine. It's my pick.
That's a good show.
Mm.
That's a good show.
Yeah, loved it. Because I wasn't really familiar with the actual, what Westworld was before this, what was it, last year that it came out? Or
That's a great movie.
no
this
one
year,
was.
wasn't it? Yeah.
I was.
Bobby, please. Mate, be a bit careful with that. That was horrible. Nearly knocked him off the chair with that backhand.
Did you know there was a sequel to that movie called Future World as well? Did you know that? Bet you didn't know that, did
Oh,
you?
shit.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't know anything about it.
There is a clockwise backhand going around here. It's my turn to turn to Jags and just go, "Do you know that I cry myself to sleep?" Ha ha! Got you.
Yes, I do.
No, actually, yeah.
Want to peer in your window every night.
That's fair enough. I'm really going to get blinds.
Is that really your number 4 of all time?
Of
Yeah.
all time.
Yeah, that I
Not
could
of the
think
last, 12 months.
No. Yep. Because it's, I just loved the whole concept of it. I was hooked. I just wanted to watch more and more. Oh, that's definitely up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really like that show. I found it a bit hard some episodes though to
Yeah.
pull me in.
I got to the end of it and I enjoyed the ride, but I was sort of like, am I going to stick around for the whole thing?
Yeah, I felt a little not fulfilled by the end. I was like, yeah, that was good. That was great, but not.
I watched it twice in season in a row. Watched it myself and watched it Lyra again.
You're
That-
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's big news for Paddy Brown. Like, you'll usually watch something once and be done with it for
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pat doesn't watch
I'm
something
the
like
same.
I just
Four
wanted to
years.
watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Whereas
it's-
I watch something 5 times a week.
Yeah. And then be like, nah, I didn't really like it.
I just love the whole concept. It's kind of futuristic, isn't it? And then they make their own theme park, which is like way based in the 1800s and such. So as Western kind of people can go and shoot whoever they want. I just love it. I thought it was really cool. Like the whole, and the story was real gripping and I just found it really interesting. And all the characters were great.
Cool.
Yeah, solid.
Oh, you're actually number 4.
Number 4 for me is the awesome British comedy Spaced.
Yeah.
From 1999 to 2001 came out.
Simon Pegg,
Simon-
Nick Frost, Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright directed, Nick Frost and Simon Pegg starred. It's like the Cornetto fucking trilogy guys. Fucking excellent show.
I
Get
think
on
the
that.
second episode where he's playing Resident Evil 2
Yeah,
And she goes to bed, and then she gets up the next morning. She's like, "Oh, you're up early." He's like, "I haven't been to bed."
I think he's on speed or something, and he's just like, he starts hallucinating and freaking out and thinking there's real zombies in the house. I love the show because basically, like, it's set the current day for then, which would have been 1999 to 01. And we moved out of home around like 2003, 2004. So the world was still very similar to what that show was at the time. So there's a lot of like watching that show that reminds me heaps of living in the pad for the first time with you, you know, like
Slumming it.
Yeah. Just, you know, like guys in their 20s, like trying to get by with no money and that sort of thing. Like it very fucking like relatable.
A lot of mee
awesome.
goreng noodles. They're just
A lot of noodles.
Oh.
And like Simon Pegg plays like an artist as well. Like he's a comic book artist.
Oh, cool.
Not particularly successful one. So,
so you boys wouldn't find that relatable, would you?
maybe not him, but no, we all came from nothing. So, you know, like we've all been through those years of trying to be, you know, what we want to be. And, so I love everything about that show. And they do heaps of parodies on like, stuff that was popular at the time, like Robot Wars and The Matrix and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
What do you paint? Anger? Fear?
So, like, watercolors? It's a bit more involved than that. And, yeah, well, my wife's an artist as well, so she loves the character Brian that lives downstairs, and, yeah.
Hello, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
I just love how
Marsha.
I just love how this room is so full of artists, yet I'm the one who makes memes. I'm like a home brand artist, aren't I? Very black and gold over here.
The chicken feed artist, yeah.
Hey, a little goes a long, long way, mate. I hope you know that for nothing.
He got it in.
Yes.
My number 4 pick, Game of Thrones.
Nice.
Ooh. Cool.
What can you
Number
say
4.
about that show that we haven't talked about?
Wow.
I can basically say that I kept it off my list because I knew someone's going to chuck it in.
Yeah,
there, so.
I didn't really want to put it on, but I had to be that guy that was lower down the list.
Well, that saves me talking. That was my number 2, so we're all good.
Yeah.
Is that an honest pick or like at number 4? Or is that just to...
No, it's an honest pick.
Oh,
Brett doesn't do
4.
any not honest picks.
No. He's brutally honest pick. Like, I saw him at the strawberry farm the other day, and he's just like grabbing that strawberry, turns to the guy next to him and says, "You're fat, mate. Just pick that strawberry." The most honest pick I've ever seen in my life.
The dad jokes are strong with this one.
He's like,
Bearded dads.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, look, I would have had it in my top 5, but definitely. I think it probably, like you said, I think I'd put it at 2.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to be different and try and slot in some shows that maybe not everyone's sort of thought about.
Well, that's good. I'll get rid of that one and I'll have another one up here.
Hey.
Second game.
Russell.
Okay, my next one is Nirvana the Band, the show.
Ooh.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Have you guys watched it?
Never heard
No.
of it.
All right, it's called Nirvana the Band, the show. It's these 2 Canadian guys who live together in this like share house, and the whole show is centered around them trying to get a gig at the local bar called the Tivoli or Rivoli or whatever it is, and they just do this hugely convoluted dicking around to try and get in there, and it almost always fails. And basically, it's got a lot of... It's filmed in a way that's like reality TV, but whilst being semi-scripted, but everything outside of the house is not scripted at all. It's just like all the interactions with people coming past and that, they'll put it into the show and then they'll do flashbacks to that part and then they'll like bend it all in such a way that's so fucking funny.
Oh, wow.
And the first episode is genuinely, you watch that and you're like, I know exactly what this show is about, and you just watch the shit out of it. Like,
Is this like a UK or...
no,
Canadian,
this is
wasn't
it?
Canadian.
Canadian, sorry.
And one of the episodes, they actually like it's not a spoiler because it happens in the like, first. Like,
Is it
20
modern
seconds.
or like
Very modern? Came out like about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, you're right.
It's on SBS on demand.
Yep.
Fucking really good. And yeah, just the way you boys would love it because you like all your 80s films and that. They make a lot of, like, the start of each show, the credits and that opening sequences will be from an 80s show where they just fucking, they're just like, oh man, remember watching this, bro? I was like, oh yeah, it's so good. And then the credits open like that, and then cuts back. Then no, what about this? We put that in there as well. It's like, yeah, we'll put that in, and then the credits continue from there. The show is just a mind fuck of silliness, and I love it so much. It'll probably be higher up, but because it's new, I'm like, no, you boys sit there. You got to earn your stripes. Just wait.
That's right.
There's going to be a second season coming out soon, and yeah, I'd heavily recommend if you want something just to cleanse the palate from watching something serious like Game of Thrones. They just like, fuck, time to watch something funny. Yeah. And yeah, the characters are great. They're brilliant actors, and it's dead funny.
Awesome.
Yeah, wicked. Oh, we'll check that out. I'll give that a go. But SBS On Demand.
SBS On Demand. Nirvana the band, the show, but it's 2 N's in Nirvana.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they don't get started.
It's got nothing to do with Nirvana. It's just, that's their name. They're like, oh, Nirvana, but with 2 N's. So it's different. It's like, well, no, Nirvana the band, and then the show's called Nirvana the Band, the show. And so they come up with an idea for Nirvana the Band, the show, and then they're like, what about if we make Nirvana the Band, the show, the movie? And they get it into Sundance and everything. It's honestly, it's like Borat meets It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I love that show.
Cool.
So squeeze those two together, and boom, you've got a cult classic that I think everyone will enjoy.
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, wicked. I'll give that a go.
Cool. Excellent.
All right, Paddy.
Paddy, what do you got, mate?
My number 3 is Dexter.
Nice.
Dexter.
That's an interesting pick.
It is, because I'd say the first 4 or 5 seasons are just gold for me, and then
what's your
I know
favourite
it
season?
flops towards the last few seasons. It just dropped dramatically. Like
I
didn't like it.
Dexter.
I didn't even like the last 3 seasons. I think they just went pretty bad in the way the story and just where they went direction wise. Even so, the first 4 or 5 seasons were just that good for me. Like it was that kind of show that it just hit me hard. Like I loved it. Like it everything about it. I love Miami. I love the setting. I love the fact that he was a serial killer, killing serial killers.
That's just a great idea, wasn't it?
It was a great concept, great idea.
What was your favorite like storyline or season?
Probably
Trinity.
the Trinity Killer season. That was
John Lithgow was fucking killer in that season.
Yeah,
literally.
I would have slapped you if you'd have said any other season.
No.
Like that was by far.
Was that season 4? I think it was.
Yeah, it was 4.
Was it 4?
It was 4. Yeah.
3 was Jimmy Smith, and then 4
oh yeah, Jimmy Smith. He's like, I want to murder too when I'm not playing golf.
Everything was just so good.
Tonight's the night.
Characters were great. Like in those first 4 seasons or so, like you had Dokes, hilarious.
Oh, shit, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Dokes.
He's like, surprise, motherfucker! He's like, best lines, like so good.
I never liked LaGuerta. I thought she was annoying. She was always getting in the way.
No one liked her.
She's just an annoying character.
Yeah.
Never liked her at all.
And they just did that show so well, and the way it was just him, he felt so alone, and like because he could not tell anyone, and he did that for most of the seasons. Like he was always, I like that, just very hidden, very in the shadows.
There's definitely a bit of Patrick Brown about Dexter. I feel like the quiet, kind of happy guy that wears long sleeve shirts like he is right now.
You remember that? Yeah, actually. You remember when I went on eBay and I got like the same Dexter shirt? I wore it for ages.
He's gonna go out murdering after this.
He's like quietly brilliant at his job, kind of thing. Like
Pat, I love how like you're just telling me here things that you buy online because you want them so badly. So you're talking about toys, you're talking about costumes. Sort of like, you're essentially a child who's got money.
He's exactly a child that's
I will
got
never
money.
grow up. I don't care.
Good on you. I love it.
You should see my bloody office. It's just full of my wife calls them toys. I'm like, no, they're statues. They're bloody collectibles or whatever.
Bob called mine earlier. Oh, Russell called mine earlier.
Yeah,
toys.
sorry about that.
They're not toys.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Well, to
My
be
office
fair,
is full of them too.
to be fair, some of them are actually like toys, but then they actually were worth so much money that they become like collectibles.
Yeah, that is true. There is
back in the
actually
day-
things up there that were toys when I was 6.
Back in the
and
day,
now
you'd
are
find,
collectibles.
like if you didn't find a Voltron in a sandpit, you weren't in the right bloody neighborhood. Sorry, but that's the truth.
That Voltron cost me $150.
Yeah, I know it now.
That was the 20th anniversary edition.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's good. It's like, it's bad as in bad.
You won't find it in the sandpit anymore, would you?
Oh, no.
These days.
No, man. There'd be, yeah.
Days
a lot
are
of sand
different.
in someone's if there wasn't there.
Bobby Baxter.
All right. So my third one, I reckon this is going to line up pretty closely with one on your list if I had to guess. But I'm going to say number 3, Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
That's a great show.
Yeah.
I can't hold this place off much longer, Liz.
Standing around dreaming about lipstick. Basically, this one, I don't know if you guys have heard of this before.
Doesn't it have those guys from the IT crowd in it?
It was directed and written by Richard Ayoade.
Maurice Moss. Yep.
And Matthew Holness, which was the main character of Garth Marenghi. He played Garth Marenghi in the show.
Is he the boss guy?
No, but Matt Berry was in.
He's great.
Show as well.
He played the hotshot doctor.
Yeah. So this show is amazing because it's like a TV show in a TV show. It's basically like a mockumentary about a 80s like sci-fi film that was made 20 years before they shot this show.
Yeah, it's like based in a hospital, like an 80s like soap opera, but it's like a sci-fi horror spin and that on it.
Like the
and
old
then they cut between the episodes,
and the actors that played those roles in the old show, they cut back.
They talk about the filming and stuff.
Right,
and,
yeah.
There's a guy who likes to get molested by a giant mutated eyeball, and they're like, yeah, the actor on the day wasn't really happy about that role, but I talked to him and I got him through it.
It's amazing. It's such a fucking good show. And the reason it's on my list is because it's one of those ones that sticks with you throughout your whole life. Just the experience of watching that for the first time. It came out on SBS around 2004, 2005 here in Australia. And me and my little brother were just I think it used to come on after South Park or something like that. And it came on one Monday night, I think it was, and we were watching it. And my little brother and I just turned to each other and were like, what the fuck is this show? This is amazing. And then we just tuned in for the whole season, week after week, talking about it all week about the show. It's one of those ones that's just so fucking funny that you can't not fucking tune in for the next one. Yeah.
And it's short too, because it's only 6 or 7 episodes.
Yeah, it's like British TV, they do 6 episodes, and I think they got 1 season, they were done. It's got the Mighty Boosh guys in there for an episode or 2. Yes. Yeah, there's some great fucking
It's really
stuff.
funny. It's getting attacked by cutlery, and they're plates on visible strings.
Yeah.
And he's standing there with a shotgun, boom, 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 shooting with these plates.
Yeah, and Liz is a nurse in the hospital, and she gets her period, and it gives her crazy psychic powers and starts moving things around. But you can see the things are floating on strings, plates and shit. And Richard Ayoade plays the hard ass.
He's the general manager of the hospital.
Yeah, the GM of the hospital. And he gets a shotgun out and he's just blasting these plates on strings. Get away from me!
I think you showed me that once, that episode.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
He's you're gonna shut up or I'm gonna give you a knuckle supper. Full of awesome lines like that. I love it. I love that show.
Another show similar to that now, Australian show, is Danger 5.
Now, is that on your list?
No, it's not. But when we're done, I want to do some honourable mentions.
Yeah. Because that's what I thought might be on yours. Because I'm they're very similar kind of.
Nobody is going to have this. This is a Brent Jagger exclusive. My number 3 pick is Battlestar Galactica, the remake series.
It came close on mine.
Really?
I thought about it. Yeah, definitely. I loved that fucking series.
That show is fucking phenomenal. That's a show Patrick Brown would like.
I've heard a lot about it.
It's only 4 seasons, Pat, but the first 3 seasons are 24 episodes, I think.
Oh, yeah, they're long seasons, so it's 8 seasons.
Yeah,
really.
it's a fucking commitment.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a big show. I've heard a lot about it.
Corker of a fucking show. Everything about it. I just loved it. I
How'd you
bought
like
all the
the
DVDs. When the 4th season was on, I didn't have Ozstar or Foxtel or anything like that, and I was at my mum and dad's house, and they aired season 4 in one big chunk, and I sat there in the spare room for fucking 12 hours straight and watched all Battlestar Galactica season 4 on Foxtel with fucking ads and everything in between. That was a long day,
time.
but it was worth it.
That's commitment.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
That was a fucking long day.
That is a very long day.
I've never watched it, but I did name my kayak Battlestar Kayaktica. If you boys ever want to come kayaking, you can come with me, and I'll be
down the bloody Tamar.
Yeah, no, nowhere near the Tamar. There was a guy that actually went kayaking through the Tamar during low tide. It went so low. This was before the Raker came through and got rid of all the silt, and he got stuck on there. There's a Canadian guy, like Canadian backpack, sitting there, go, "Oh, how's about Silhouette?" Fucking, I'm terrible with Canadian accent. Moose is loose in the hoose. Yeah, he's just sitting in the middle there, just waiting. He's just like, all the Launceston people just came over and they just laughed. They just laughed. I'm pretty sure until the tide came up and he got away. They're just laughing. Oh, it's great stuff.
I love everything about that show. I watched it all on DVD, rebought the Blu-ray box set, watched it all over again. I've probably watched the entire series over probably 4 or 5 times, easy.
Holy shit, that's probably more hours than you put into The Dark Knight.
Yeah, bloody oath.
Like, easily.
More hours than I put into the fucking Witcher.
Jesus. Because that is a long series. My only problem with that show is the occasional filler episode that would come along, you know, because the story progresses quite well, but every now and then they would throw in like well, shit, we don't want to, like, throw all our ducks in one fucking whatever the saying is.
Basket, I think, yeah. And it's actually eggs.
Eggs in one basket.
I mean, it's close. They come from eggs. I mean,
I don't want to throw all my ducks in the pond.
I don't want to burn me lemons on a bridge, you know, whilst I'm crossing the horse to make a, you know, blood from a stone.
What am I talking about? I've lost it now. The occasional episode.
There's like the human trafficking episode.
Yeah, well, they're just like fuck off for an hour and do this other thing.
Apollo's like trapped on the other ship, like he's trying to negotiate with this guy,
and you're like, I don't care about that. Fucking, is Starbuck alive or not? Like, what the fuck? You know?
What are the Cylons doing? Yeah. They have a plan.
They're just standing around with their eyes going back and forth.
There's a couple of great films in that as well. They brought out Battlestar Galactica: The Plan, so it's the entire seasons, but from the Cylons' point of view. And then they brought out.
I haven't watched any of the movies. Yeah.
Fuck, what was it called? Battlestar Galactica. It was called. No, it wasn't Razor. That was the movie in the series. Fuck, that was a good couple episodes too.
Oh yeah, that was really fucking good.
Razor. Yeah. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to watch it again after Game of Thrones now. I've nearly finished Game of Thrones. The next episode I've got to watch is Battle of the Bastards.
Yep.
So, but yeah, Battlestar Galactica, Pat, you should download that and watch it.
I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix actually. Netty.
Oh,
Netty.
Yeah,
it's that new trend.
Just chuck it on Netty, mate.
Yeah, Nettie, can you go and get Billy on the ball there, sweetheart? Gonna get Kappa.
Russell?
What's this number?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Fuck, we're gonna be here all night.
My apologies, Handset. Let me have a look. Mad as Hell. That's showing ABC.
Sean McAuliffe.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of him since like his Full Frontal days and all those comedy skits, and he sort of brings that humour and you know, politics and that. And I know you're not a big fan of politics, Jakes, but I listen.
Just not on the show.
No, fair enough. Yeah, so I can't talk anymore because of politics.
No, it's a fucking top show. I love that too, actually.
Yeah, it's great. There's a lot of great writers on there from a lot of Australian comedy shows, and
I've actually animated to his voice before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I worked on the Dogstar movie like a year ago.
Fuck off.
And did some scenes where he did voices for it, and Tony Martin as well.
Oh yes, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Didn't get to meet the guys, but I know other animators that have met him and worked with him. And
apparently, Sean McAuliffe's really great because he's like really nice, but he doesn't suffer fools. So if he thinks something shit, he'll just go, "No, this isn't very good."
Yeah.
And then he'll just send it back. And and he's also got another mate who's been working with him for so many years that no one ever sees. And he helps write a lot of the comedy in that. And he's sort of like that hidden genius behind him that helps out.
The Wozniak to his Steve Jobs.
Pretty much, yeah. But Sean's really nice, and he's not a prick and a skivvy.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from everyone.
Yeah,
like Sean's a fucking legend.
Yeah, he's absolute champ of human being.
Yeah.
But watch it every week. And yeah, I look forward to it. And if I can't watch it, I'll just get on the ABC On Demand and get that up. And the daughter's going, Timmy. I was like, not watching Timmy time. We're watching Uncle Sean. We're watching Uncle Sean.
Uncle Sean.
Uncle Sean's on TV. He pops up on TV. He's just like...
Have you, Paddy and Brent, have you watched that show before?
No, I haven't.
No.
It's basically like a current news thing, but he does a comedic slant on every week, yeah.
Oh, the amount of jokes he drops, I'm just like, why didn't I think of that? That's fucking brilliant.
Pat, what's your number 3 pick? It's Fraser.
That'd be on your top 5 that you fucking hate, wouldn't it?
I don't even know that show. I know the one you're talking of, but I've never seen it.
Top 5 that Paddy would never watch. Fraser.
Golden Girls. Kath and Kim.
The Wiggles.
Catalyst.
I actually watch that sometimes.
Yeah, so do I. I know Paddy would never watch it.
All right, my number 2 is Breaking Bad. Yeah, that's one of those ones that I could watch over again. I'm going to save it and watch it over again with my son. You know, it's one of those timeless ones. I'm just...
Don't do drugs, kids.
But watch this show about methamphetamines.
See what it does. See what it does.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know about it, I've actually met a lot of people that are like, I'm like, have you seen Breaking Bad? They're like, no, I don't even know what it is. Like,
what people?
There's a lot of people out there that don't know it. For those who don't, story is great. It's about to keep it basic. It's about is he a science teacher? Isn't he?
He's a high school chemistry teacher.
Yeah, high school chemistry.
Finds out he's got lung cancer, and he's only got so long to live. So he teams up with one of his former students who makes methamphetamines, and they team up to make meth together so he can like sell it off, and the money can go to his family after he kicks the bucket.
Before he dies, yeah.
Yep.
But then the series goes, he sort of gets a bit of a taste for it, being a bit of a kingpin.
Becomes a little greedy.
Yeah, becomes a little greedy, a bit of an arsehole, you'd say.
And the guy who was originally the meth maker is kind of like, oh, fuck, this lifestyle's shit. I want to get out.
But he keeps roping him back in.
It's sort of like worlds come together and then they cross over, and then by the end, they're kind of on the other end of each other.
It's a crazy ride. The entire show, it goes in all directions, isn't it? Like the stuff they go through too. Like the journey is what I like about it. Like the entire from right through 5 seasons, and then just like by the end, it's just like really, really grabs you. Like it just gets so, because you've been there with them for the whole time, and by the end, it's one of those ones that not a lot. Really grabs to make me a bit teary, and that's the kind of one that would really get me to that level. Really just soaked into it. It's solid show.
I started watching again recently, but I never made it through season 3. I got bored. Went on
Did you
something
really?
else, yeah.
Yeah.
Just all these Skylar episodes. Skylar being bitchy and whingy, and nothing was really happening. But I like seeing Gus Fring.
Season 3.
It kind of got to probably the 4th episode of season 3, and I got a bit bored, so I stopped watching, and then I went on to something else.
Season 4.
Bought a new game or
season
something.
4 is quite. I think that is Breaking Bad's best season as well. That just fucking went crazy. But yeah, 3 was kind of like that was kind of the low point of Breaking Bad, I think. But like I was saying with the Game of Thrones before, that would definitely be on my list as well. But I knew someone in the room's going to say it, so
yeah,
yeah.
I just realised that I fucked up my list.
Well, we can do honourable mentions.
I jumped Space. So Spaced, I said 4th before, but that was actually 2. But fucking just as equally as good for me. I'll chuck it in 2 because fuck it. Firefly, directed by Joss Whedon. And fucking stars Nathan Fillion, which is like one of my all-time favorite lead fucking
Alan Tudyk
character. Yeah. Him too. Like the whole fucking cast, like they're all so individual. They all have their own like little motivations and stuff. They're very different from one another, but they all sort of make this great team on the ship. And
one of my favorite things about that show, that universe, that world, is in Serenity, and it's not actually about the film, but it's just the tracking shot of where Mal is walking through the ship, and it just follows him just constantly as he just walks through the ship right up to the bridge with Wash. Fucking great shot. Love that shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great
So
show.
that
train
show-
job. I like that episode.
Oh
the train
man,
job.
yeah, the train job's awesome. That's another tragedy of TV that kind of was over before it began, kind of thing.
The Fox played it fucking out of order.
Yeah,
when aired it.
they fucked it up, and the fans, the real fans of the show have been fucking vocal about this shit for close to 20 years now.
And it was only 13 episodes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But
And a movie.
that one reaches my list for a very special reason, is because when I was writing Brown Fury, I referenced a lot of just ideas and possible scenarios for, like, not many of them made it into issue 1 of the book, but like there's a lot of like just drawing from that kind of world and Serenity and Firefly both for potential ideas in the future and stuff, and just the dynamic of the characters, like making the characters kind of have their own little personalities and traits and stuff. Yeah,
Wicked. Good pick.
love that show.
Nice.
My number 2 pick, The Bloody Simpsons, mate.
Well, that was my number 1.
I knew the Simpsons would have to be in there.
What can you say about The Simpsons? Like,
What can't you say about the
What
Simpsons?
can't
It's
you
got
say?
everything.
Simpsons did it.
Russell, what's your favourite Simpsons episode ever?
Well, I've got a real soft spot for the Australian one because obviously I'm biased in that respect, but it's really hard because there's just so many of them. And also the memes that have came out are just beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, I'm changing mine now.
The booting. Nah, it's just a little kick in the bum.
$900 he does, Tobias.
The Simpsons, number 2.
And I mean, what
Everyone
show...
in the room's excited about the Simpsons except for one person over here that's very quiet.
No, I don't mind them.
I don't mind them. I don't mind them.
I've always loved them as a kid, even growing up. Yeah, it's just one of those ones I had in the background a lot.
You don't know anything about the Simpsons, really, do you?
Oh, I just know the average, what everyone would know, who the
I
characters
know the
are.
Mr. Burns.
I don't know who the characters are and about and who they are and that. But yeah.
Well, the thing I loved about it the most was I come from a family of 7 kids, and that was the only show we all agreed on we could all watch because there was only one TV in the house, and it was just like continental Europe during World War II, just fighting over this one resource, just rushing over this. And Simpsons came on. Everyone shut their fucking mouths, ran to the couch, and just watched it. And meanwhile, Mum's just sitting back in the corner with a cuppa and just going,
I will tell a quick story about The Simpsons. One time when I was in high school in art class, the teacher wheeled out the TV. And
didn't you get excited
she put in a
It's like the
tape.
holy grail of games, isn't it? Like,
She wheels out the TV and she puts in a VHS and she's taped an episode of The Simpsons off TV. It's the art episode where Homer becomes the accidental artist and he's trying to make the grill. And we're sitting there and we're watching the episode and he's like, instructions ruined, must read Spanish instructions. The grill, what the hell is that? And I am laughing my fucking ass off. And everyone else, there were 32 kids in my class and no one is laughing.
oh, no.
And I'm the only bastard laughing. And I'm embarrassed. I'm trying to hold it in now. And I'm like,
Don't be embarrassed, dude. That says more about your bloody education system.
yeah.
she's trying to teach us about art, and art just,
Yes.
it's not, it can be anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was trying to teach us that, and I just this is fucking great. I love art, and I love The Simpsons. Fucking double whammy. I'm happy.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's great.
I love that episode, and I was laughing my ass off, and no one else around me was laughing. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck's wrong with all you
I bet you
people?
most of those are in Risdon now.
Well, I don't know, maybe.
Okay. Anyway, so what's next?
More local jokes.
You're sorry. It's the penitentiary down here on the island.
Russell, what are you... Well, we already know you're 2-1, so you might as well give them both to us.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Sorry.
What was it, Game of Thrones and The Simpsons?
Yeah, Game of Thrones and The Simpsons. Look, I'll just go SpongeBob. Because that's another great show that
Who lives in a
involves
pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob. Yeah, fucking love it. And also the memes. Just the amount of memes that came from that one show. You think about it, it's one of those most meme-worthy shows. And, it was one of those shows that was another one that the family all loved. Just sitting there and watching it, and the characters were great, and Yeah.
I was too old for SpongeBob.
Was you?
Yeah.
I think
Just
I
like
noticed
everyone's like,
something.
oh, Hey Arnold and all that stuff. I was like, I was too old for that.
Yeah.
And I used to watch Pokemon.
No,
and I was like,
I wasn't
nah.
I wasn't too old. For
I was
Hey
I was
Arnold.
too old for Pokemon. I just sort of tipped over.
Dragon Ball Z. Oh,
I was
Fuck
too
yeah.
old for
Love
Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, but I wasn't too old for Hey Arnold. Maybe it might have been TV programming.
I don't
at
know
the
what
time.
kind of reception you got in Wynyard, but
I was mad
No, in
about
WA
Dragon
I
Ball
used
Z.
to watch it as
okay.
as a
Dragon
little
Ball
kid,
Z.
yeah.
I was nuts about it.
I mean, that was the great part about Dragon Ball Z was because the nerds all loved it because it was anime, and all the jocks all loved it because it was a bunch of guys beating the shit out of each
It
other.
was nuts.
So they'd be like talking about it, and all the nerds like, well, actually in the manga, what happened? He said, yeah, this guy here does this, and all the jocks like, oh fuck, really? That's fucking sick, yeah, fucking.
I like his blonde tips.
Yeah, and it was during a time when blonde tips was popular, so they were just they just go in there and just get super saiyaned up and then fuck out of
Did,
Spike it up.
Oh,
who in the room got blonde tips?
Yeah, I got blood tips.
Raise your
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah,
Four out of four.
I did.
I only got blonde
Dirty.
tips twice.
I got it
And that
one
was
time.
when we were in college.
No.
I got it one time.
So no doubt there's a photo of all of us somewhere and I've got blonde tips. Not fucking
that's
now
right.
though, I got silver hair.
Yeah. Tips get the tension. All the attention.
Patrick Brown, I already know what your number one pick is, but tell me anyway.
Yeah, you all know. My number one is Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
Why was the boo? I thought everyone loved that show.
Yeah, we love it, yeah.
We love it.
It's not me number one though, Jesus.
What's more annoying? Someone who won't shut up about the fact they don't watch it, or someone who won't shut up the fact they watch it? Like, which is more annoying? Like, to sit in a conversation and just like,
Both.
"Yo, I don't watch it. So like,
No,
what is this Game
I'd
of Thrones?
say the don't watchers, because fucking what reference have they got to argue about? Like, oh, I don't watch it. I'm like, you're missing out. Then.
It's like people who
you
brag
might
about,
like it.
It's like people who brag about having a virginity at the age of 25. It's like, mate, go out and get some. It's like, I'm better than that.
Sorry, but you're missing out.
I think you're missing out on something, champ. You wanker.
It's one of those shows that I like. It's not. I don't do it for the hype. It's genuinely like the only show I've ever watched that actually like it has an entire history. You go like it's got its own.
lore.
It's got its own wiki page that.
It's got its own Reddit page.
Forget about the law. It's got its own wiki.
No, I mean, like, like it's actually got a history. Like I don't know if it's from the books or what, but it's all there. Like it's a structure. It's
that thing of like Lord of the Rings. You know, it's a land that's been lived in for thousands of years, and you can tell because of the history and everything is tied to something else.
It feels exactly like it when I'm watching like I'm watching it now right through from the start, and it actually feels like, because I know it so well now after watching it from originally from the start. It actually feels like I'm playing a game like Skyrim, and I know every part of the lands. I know where they are, and I know who this character is from 200 years ago or whatever. And you just it's one of those really deep shows. You could know it all, and it's just such a wide range and its own world. There's no other show like it for me. So
Fucking great show.
my number one.
It's great.
And I liked it when I finished an episode of it, and I'm just like, I've got to wait another week.
Yeah.
I'm like already half cut. I've been drinking. I'm like, fuck, I'll just play some Skyrim, and I jump on there on Skyrim and just like, this is so fucking sick.
Yeah.
Make a new character, call him Ned Stark.
Yeah.
Bob, what's your number one pick?
Can you guess?
It's Ren and Stimpy.
It's the Ren and Stimpy.
Oh,
I was
yes.
going to say Rick and
Oh,
Morty.
mate.
I thought you were going to say Rick and Morty.
No, Rick and Morty hasn't got fucking shit on Ren and Stimpy for me.
No way.
Not
There
even
wouldn't
close.
be a Rick and Morty without Ren and Stimpy.
Exactly. You fucking respect your elders.
There'd be no fucking Venture Brothers. There'd be no Harvey Birdman. There'd be no Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
There would be no fucking Rocko's Modern Life, Angry Beavers.
Well, that's it. I'm sitting
like
here throwing
any of
out
it.
all these cartoons that I love, but like at the end of the day, it all started from there.
Yeah,
You
it did. Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, like they took reference obviously from things like Looney Tunes and stuff as well, but what they did was they took an art form that was clearly dying, and it was like on its last legs, that kind of funny cartoon stuff, and because everything in the 80s and stuff was all about toys and selling shit to kids, and He-Man and
the toy line came first, and the show came to sell the toys.
Yeah, exactly. Transformers, He-Man, stuff like
that. I love Transformers.
Sorry, mate, not toys, they're action figures.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
But they were all like, they all had a very particular goal, and whereas Ren and Stimpy were like, let's fucking make like funny cartoons for kids that like people, well, for everyone, not for just kids, but for everyone that's going to crack them up and like shock them and surprise them.
And they were pushing boundaries well before South Park was even pushing boundaries with cartoons. Like, it's just, what they were doing was just going, let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
And boy, did they do a lot.
Exactly. And like that basically set up us guys to grow up with that kind of cartoons, and then pave the way for things like Rick and Morty and stuff now to be, to make it okay 20 years, 30 years later to make cartoons for adults.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Yeah.
Pat's washing his hands. You can definitely hear it.
He is one hygienic boy.
Yeah. So, without a fucking doubt in the world,
Ren and Stimpy show.
I nearly said
I remember
Rick and Morty.
watching I think it was one of those Saturday morning kids programs where they had like lots of different cartoons, and the co-host was a puppet.
Aggro.
No, it wasn't Aggro. It was some other show.
Oh, fuck, I loved Aggro.
And I remember watching, this was like when Ren and Stimpy just first started. I think they played it for a week or two.
Yep.
And then they got on, and this was back when they had letters and they held up bits of paper, and they're like, unfortunately, we're not going to have Ren and Stimpy today because we got a lot of letters from parents last week, and unfortunately, we're not going to show it anymore.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, no.
Yeah.
So we're going to show like Mummy's Alive or something like that.
Wow.
Mummy's Alive.
That was a good show. Mummy's Alive.
Actually, on the topic of those sort of shows where they have like the actors and people like dicking around in the studio and then they cut to the cartoons, I've been watching that Warner Brothers one lately with Shane Crawford, the footballer.
I have no idea.
Is there another one?
No, he
like in the afternoon we had WB, whatever it was.
I know who Shane Crawford is.
Yeah, I know who Shane Crawford is.
I don't know what this show is.
Oh, this show's great. It's just him basically just being a dickhead and cuts to cartoons. And, he looks so out of place because he's so old now.
Yeah.
But I've never seen someone love their job more than him. He's just like, I love doing this job. This is great.
I love bloody introducing cartoons.
Yeah, just being a child. I think it's because he does stuff for like the footy show and that, so they're just like, we'll give him something to do in the off time, get him out of the fucking studio, and then he's down there just like, all right kids, up next we've got some Ben 10, cuts to Ben 10.
Fucking Ben 10.
Oh man, how many iterations do they have to do with that goddamn show? I was watching, I was just like, oh yeah, this is all right. What? No, this is Ben 10. Well, what happened?
No, it's like Ben 9 over there.
It's 3, Ben 8.5. Like, there's so many different iterations of it. I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah. But yep, that show, I'm an animator today
choice.
because of fucking Ren and Stimpy.
Good choice, man.
Excellent choice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Drum roll for number 1 for the Beard
Drum
Master.
roll, the last one. My favourite TV show of all time, it's 30 Rock.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh.
Wasn't expecting that.
I fucking love 30 Rock. The amount of times I've watched, I just used to like put a disc in and just press play, watch all the episodes, just press play again, watch them over and over and over. Jack Donaghy, played by Alec Baldwin, is the greatest character ever committed to television. Mm-hmm. It's fucking hysterical. I love every second of that show. And Kate sits there and watches it with me, and she's like, this show is shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not even funny. I'm like, it is fucking hilarious.
I'm kind of
Go back to your shit fucking Seinfeld.
I'm kind of with Kate on that one.
I couldn't get
What doesn't do it for me at all.
Really? Oh, okay. No, well, I watched the show, and as someone who likes comedy, they're all perfectly well-structured jokes, and, with Alec and all them, timed to perfection. It's really, really good show. You just sit back and go, this is very
I bet
good.
you like fucking Seinfeld though, don't you, Bob?
I do.
But
I fucking hate that show.
Why?
George Costanza is the biggest fucking cockhead prick I've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
That's
a
his
fucking
character.
wanker.
That's his character.
It's
That's
just it's just like, how was this ever a show? I don't know how it was ever such a hit.
It's excellent.
We got a bit of a war going now.
Guys, what's the deal with 30 Rock?
New Twitter poll, what's better, Seinfeld or 30 Rock?
Seinfeld's going to win.
It probably would.
It will. It'll slaughter 30 Rock.
I feel a bit bad. I like both shows. This must be how you felt like the other day between the whole, Terminator 1 versus Terminator Genesis sort of thing.
I was just like giggling the whole time, like, oh yeah.
You're actually revving them up too. Well, what about this or what about that? I'm just sitting there going, oh, the salt.
Oh no.
Well, that might do it for today.
Oh, he's cut it off. I don't want to hear any more. Like
honorable mentions.
Oh, Pat's got some honorable mentions. Let's hit it.
Do you have any?
Deadwood, Community.
Community's great.
Yeah, Community's fucking great.
Well, most of it is.
The IT Crowd. The IT Crowd was on my list, but then it got pushed out.
Same.
What else? Beast Wars. Fucking sick show. That's a great show.
That was pretty good, actually. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
That was one of the best written kids shows in the 90s, I reckon.
And it was like one of the first decent CGI'd ones too.
Yeah.
You're just like watching, you're just like, oh, this is great.
It's a really mature show.
Stranger Things never made anyone's list, but
that's
definitely not.
Because it's shit ass.
Because it's shit ass.
That's a good show. It's a good show, but it's not top five.
It's kind of drawing from other stuff, so you can't really play that.
That'd make my honorable mention, I reckon.
Yeah. I reckon my honorable mention would probably be, I don't know, Funny Sound Video Show in Harris Practice.
Harris Practice.
No, I fucking love Harris Practice.
I gotta be honest with you, Russell, I fucking love RBT.
Oh, man.
That's
30 Rock and RBT.
If anyone doesn't know, RBT stands for Random Breath Testing. It's just about a show.
It's the worst. It's the fucking worst.
It's like Border Control.
Border Control's good too.
Oh, Jesus, it's the worst piece
All these shows are great.
I always like the ads to those.
Then they do the cliffhanger with the breath testers rolling up, ding, 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 and then the ad comes in.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
You gotta wait 5 minutes.
You gotta wait 5 minutes to see if this guy's drunk.
Okay, what's...
Oh, no, sorry. My favourite show is the fucking footy show, mate.
Yeah, nah, bloody hell, like, yes.
Sam Newman.
Sammy
Newman,
we got the
fucking love Sammy Newman.
We got the great man on the show. He's just strolled in. Old JB.
Wearing a dress, yeah.
He's been playing like a pack of skirts. Oh, he's in the news tomorrow, yay!
Ratings. You got any honourable mentions, Bob?
Last Kingdom. I fucking love that show.
Still haven't watched it.
Still trying to get you motherfuckers onto that.
It's on my Netflix, my list, watch list.
Yeah, I added it to mine too.
Netflix, yeah. What else is there? I had a fucking heap, but I've gone a blank.
Yep.
Could I ask a question? What is your whilst you're making tea TV show? So you just turn on TV and you just like, oh, what am I have in the background? And you just
I never put regular TV on. I never watch regular TV. Right. Only with the missus. We watch regular TV.
The missus.
It's RBT night tonight. Light some candles.
Yes, sweetheart. Let's watch Antiques Roadshow.
60 minutes.
You got the word as originals.
I'm going to be honest. Actually, we love watching fucking Bargain Hunt. That's a great show.
Oh, yes. You've told me you're a fiend for Bargain Hunt. You just sit back and go, oh, what about that? Oh, that's good.
Fucking love Bargain Hunt. I don't know. I generally now, like in the last probably 8-10 months, I just watch like a lot of YouTube videos. I just bank up YouTube videos in my watch later list. Whether like top 10s or like analysis videos or something like that. And if I'm like washing up, I've got like the window like right in front. I just sit my phone on the window ledge and just like put all these videos on and just watch them and just have them on. Just sort of shit like that. I never really. But back in the day, it used to be put on a 30 Rock disc, watch Community.
Yep.
Chuck in the IT Crowd, something like that. Chuck in The Simpsons, anything like that. But yeah.
I'll just have something in the background that I don't need to really like be paying too much attention to, but I'll look over and say, oh yeah, that's good. Mine is Southern Cross Nightly News with Joe Palmer. Because I've always had Joe Palmer in my life, you know. She's been like, you know, just this woman in my life. Just like, I like Joe.
I sold Joe a couch.
Did you really?
When I worked at Harvey Norman, yeah.
I need to hear this story.
More local references.
Apologies, she's our local news reader, so just imagine you're one.
No, I worked at Harvey Norman. I sold furniture. She come in and I sold her a couch. End of story.
Is that it? So nothing.
But it was like one of these big fancy like show couches.
Oh, she deserves the best.
It had like big roll top, like and like something you'd find in Titanic, like where he's doing
Oh,
the
yes.
and she's like draped over like this velvet red couch.
Tell me the news like when you're pretty journos.
She was like, I want one like that.
What's the blonde lady that hosts the project?
Carrie Bickmore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was buying a fridge at the same time as me and my wife were buying a fridge. And she was looking at the expensive shit, and we're over at the $300 ones going,
You're trying to pronounce the home brand version.
Yeah.
It's like, wake up at the Funkin'?
what features does this one have? Well, it keeps your food cool. That'll do.
You, sir, know how to sell a fridge.
Stick it on the back of the ute.
No, you got to go around the back, mate. Got
to come back around to the loading dock.
Yep.
I'll bring it out for you on the dolly.
What's your dinner time TV, Paddy?
Oh, yeah, usually just...
Kid shows.
It's actually...
yes.
The Wiggles.
The Chase is always on in the background.
Yes, I love that. That's another one, yeah.
That's the Chase is always a good one to have on
What's
the background
The
when
Chase?
dinner's cooking. It's just one of those game shows where it's... it's just
Bunch of
multiple
contestants.
questions.
Okay, like Deal or No Deal sort of
just
style
just
thing.
answering
That's
the questions.
not any question.
And we're always like trying to answer.
No,
like,
that's different.
It's B.
Sorry.
It's
Please,
just
sir,
one of
get it
those.
right. But to be fair, Andrew O'Keefe does host both those shows, so...
Close enough.
Yeah, he's just always there. He's just like, hello, everyone, and welcome back. He's just like, I want to find out who his speed dealer is. Like, his speed dealer's got to be selling some ice gear. Because he's always like, oh.
Didn't he used to be a fucking lawyer or something?
Yes, and he was really, like, good at it, but he liked telling jokes and he made the judge laugh too much, so he got on a skit show.
He
was on a skit show. Yeah, he was really good on that.
With the one of the chicks that does the catering show now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kate McKinnon, I think.
Yep.
And yeah, he was on there, and what was it? He did an impression of, what's his name? That fat toad from Collingwood, loves Collingwood, does Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Eddie Maguire does an impression of him, and the network...
Say Toby Maguire.
Toby Maguire, no. Splat. No, so he did an impression of him, and they were like, yeah, this is really funny. Do you want to do your own game show? It's like, can I still be a dickhead? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, fuck yeah, all right. And then that's how he got on to Deal or No Deal. And so, yeah.
Is that it?
I
Oh,
think
Pat's
that's
got
it.
some more. Reel them off real
Look
quick,
at him.
Pat.
Look at him.
They got
Reel them off because I got editing up the arsehole over here.
Honourable mentions for me. I had them in a list originally. Like I'll keep going from 6 onwards to 10. I had Better Call Saul. Sorry, was my 6 because I really like that show. It's another binge one. 7, Mr. Robot. Really good show. Really
Yeah, that's a good show,
You guys
yeah.
familiar with that? Yeah. 8, Walking Dead. I really like that.
I told you. I fucking told you.
Yeah,
And you ought to be in there somewhere.
good show. I love it. It's just
No,
one of
it's
those,
not. It's shit.
No,
No, I wouldn't say it's shit.
It's
just-
shit house.
it's just good.
It's
One of
medium.
those ones to chuck
Mediocre.
on, and I really, it's anyway.
There is a lot of tea being made. with
I
those shows.
enjoy Walking Dead. I'll stand with you.
I like
Paddy,
Fear the Walking Dead better, gotta be honest.
9 was Sherlock.
Oh, Sherlock. Fuck yeah.
10 Ink Master. I really like
I
it.
fucking knew it! I said it in the car on the way over. I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking Ink Master is gonna be in there. I'm surprised that's not in your top 5.
I love Ink Master.
Mate,
It's like
I
real
fucking
artists
knew it.
chucked together and they just compete to be like the best tattooists.
Mate,
Like,
The
it's
bitchiest
awesome.
show ever.
Gotta
It's
say,
like-
Tat's a great show. Tat's a great show.
Yeah.
Alright,
Jokes
that's
ahoy.
me out of here.
They do like I hate when they, like you said, I hate when they bicker. There's just it's all played out. But when the actual work comes to play, it's really good to watch.
Paddy's just like sitting there going, that's shit house! Look at that! I can draw better than that.
The proportions are way off. Look at that shading.
Look at that neck on that Tomb Raider. Terrible.
Fuck, I'd love to see a version of that set up in Ravo where they do backyard jobs. It's just like, yeah, just on the show, I'm just going to write like, oh, yeah, me mum and that, and I'm going to do a show, and it's going to look sick. I've actually got a really great story about
Ink
that, about my
blokes.
brother. But I don't know if you'll... Can I do an anecdote about my older brother who got a tattoo?
Yeah, go on.
All right, so he got a tattoo, right? And it's his dog. His dog passed away. His dog's name was Boof, which coincidentally was the noise that the truck made when it hit him. And so he wanted to get Boof tattooed on his leg, right? And so he's like, oh, I ain't got enough money, so I'm going to see me mate. He's really artistic now. He's really good at drawing. And it's like, yeah, that's good, BJ, but it's something bad's going on. He's like, no, it's going to be fucking sick, eh? So he comes back with it and he goes...
I like how you just suddenly managed to lose 5 teeth out of your mouth
Oh,
when
no,
you do that voice and then they come back again.
I'm half bogan, so I can bounce between the two. And so he comes back and he's like, "What do you think, Russ? Pretty sick, eh?" It's just like, he fucked it up, man. He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Did he finish school?" He's like, "No." You didn't finish school either, BJ. No. But like, what's wrong? It says boff. It says boff. B-O-F-F. Boof is B-O-O-F. Now, this is what happens when you get 2 dickheads who can't read a grug book to do something like that. Boff. So anyway, that's my anecdote. I don't have tats, so that's the only one I've got. Boff.
He's definitely going to...
You have to
definitely not
that
gonna
into a
be
different
master.
word.
Oh, yeah. Fucking sick. Look at Shane, it's fucking really good.
I had 2 more. The Fall. You guys ever heard of The Fall?
Yeah, that's Gillian Anderson.
Yeah. That was a great show. That's another one I just binge watched.
I'm surprised X-Files didn't make anyone's list, actually.
It Fall's good.
And the X-Files.
Planet Earth too.
Oh, he loves his Attenborough.
I love Attenborough.
Loves his Attenborough.
But that one, yeah, that was really good.
As we can see, the podcasters in the natural environment talking lots and lots of shit.
Becky, please let me fuck.
Let me smash. Becky, let me smash.
Becky, Bacoy, bacon.
Benzol.
I made you kofefe.
We're gonna have
Freshly juiced.
We're gonna have to link the video now because no one knows what the fuck we're
Oh,
talking.
I think a few people would have picked up on that one. Yeah, that was really popular.
Yeah.
Meme.
Let me smash.
Let me smash.
Alright, that'll do it because I've got fucking 2 hours of editing to do.
Oh, shit.
Bobby Baxter, where can they find you online?
BobbyBaxter.com and Bobby Baxter Cartoons at Instagram and Facebook and all that jazz.
Patrick Brown.
PatrickBrownArt.com and Patrick Brown Art on Facebook. And DeviantArt.com
He's losing it again.
Patrick Brown. There you go.
Russell
Nearly had no
Redden.
hiccups.
If people want to look at memes that they won't understand, where can they go?
Absolutely. Look, I'd really be happy if you did. Launceston memes, get on there. Don't let your memes be dreams. Please help me out. I need more likes to get 20k.
What are you at now at the moment?
18,900, I think. But yeah, it's pretty good. I got it.
Fuck,
When I first got it, I got it at 8,000, and in a year, I've pumped it up to 18,000. I'm just sitting back on.
In a year.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking
That's
impressive.
awesome.
Oh man, I lost my mind when I was selling shirts. Like people were buying shirts of the blocky route. And I'm just sitting there going, no.
I nearly bought one.
Oh
of those
no,
shirts.
really? I made $80 the other day from selling shirts just by throwing a stupid picture up online of the blocky route with written underneath it, "Want a route?" But anyway,
I
hit me up
nearly
on
bought it.
Facebook, please.
No one
And,
out of Australia will get that.
No.
only anyone on the island will get that. But yeah.
So that must be getting close to one of the most popular like Facebook pages
I've
in
done
Launceston.
In Tasmania,
In
it's
Tasmania.
the largest sort of local based one.
What's yours, Paddy?
My Facebook page. 87,000.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, but
Well,
do you have any really
didn't
shit?
he just fucking bitch slap you there?
You know what? Russell's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest there, like, all yours are really nicely drawn pictures. You should see my MS Paint ones I do. They're really shit. So, joke's on you. You're a professional.
Well, yeah, I got like 3,000 and I've been trying my ass off. You're beating me.
Oh, no. But,
And
yeah.
you can, shush. And you can find the Bearded Geeks online, Facebook, facebook.com/Bearded Geeks Pod, on Instagram at the Bearded Geeks, on Twitter at Bearded Geeks Pod. If you want to buy a t-shirt that's not of the blocky route, you can go to TeePublic and buy a Bearded Geeks t-shirt or a mug or a bloody stickers, mate. Get some bloody stickers to put on the back of your ute when you go on the blocky route.
Nice.
Thanks to everyone who likes, shares, and subscribes. Next week, maybe the Kingsman, maybe nothing. Who knows? We might fucking take a week off.
Oh, hello.
No, we're not. You'll be here. Russell, thanks for coming in to be a guest beard.
Thanks for having me, boys.
You've fucking extended the show by about 30 minutes. So
Sorry.
thanks very much. No, it was good. Thanks for coming in. Come back in the future.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Sweet.
I love it.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Thanks very much. We'll see you all next week on the Bearded Geeks. Hey! Russell just dabbed.
Sorry.
Ugh.